1-341-8255, the New Orleans Talk Network. Listeners are as important as our guests. Join in on the conversation. 504-341-8255, the New Orleans Talk Network. Listeners are as important as our guests. Join in on the conversation. 504-341-8255, the New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Y'all know how it's going down. Skip, chicken and watermelon on New Orleans Talk Network. Boom. Let's go.
Holla at you, man, in the app with us. And we're going to make this thing on the pop with New Orleans Talk Network. With real fans talk about real sports. And not only sports, it's everyday activity in life, man.
Yo, what's up? It's Pooga Williams, 2017 Mr. Football. You are now tuned into FanView Live on New Orleans Talk Network.
My name is Jaquan Jackson, SMU commit, and you're tuning into FanView.
Well, what's up, everybody? This boy, Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this is your boy, Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFredJones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with G Sports. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A. and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money! money.
Hi, I'm Sheriff.
Welcome everybody, welcome to FanView Real Fans Talk Sports. Only on New Orleans Talk Network. This is your boy Fred.
Coach Hurricane here.
And we got a special guest in the building tonight. My man G Sports. He out of town doing work, probably still in Miami.
He's
South Beach. He's great. All over the world.
Right.
No matter to me. He all over the world, man. Listen, we got Coach Chris Gordon. Down here from a meet.
Yes, sir.
Down here, spend some time with us tonight. We're going to talk a little high school football later on in the show. But Chris Gordon, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell everybody out there for FanView watching a little about you, who you are, and what you do.
Well, first of all, I'm a fan, man. Just a blessing to be here. Thanks for the invite. Like you said, I'll never be G, man. but I'll be me. So, Coach Gordon, 13 years at Amen High School, Amen, Louisiana, defense coordinator. 5 of those years at defense coordinator, just kind of moved around from offense, wide receivers, linebackers, DBs, and we really just gotta put it all together, man. So I'm just glad to be here and be a part.
Together, I mean, y'all got talent over
there. Oh
yeah. We don't undermine
that. But just checking out the show, man, and being a fan, and finally getting on here, man.
Them Browns at a meet in the house.
Yeah. How you doing, baby girl?
Well, listen, man. We got a jam-packed show for you guys tonight, man. Listen, a lot of sports to talk about. A little bit of football we got to talk about. A lot of football we got to talk about. A lot of pro football we got to talk about. We got to talk about the top 5 offensive tackles going in the game heading into 2018. We talk about the NFL free agency, who we think is still best out there. We can also be talking who's on the hot seat. Yeah. Coaches, players. Come on. Yes, somebody on the hot seat. Got to talk about that. Also, we'll be talking a little bit. NBA. Melo, gonna be a free agent.
Right.
Got the call from the Thunder. I don't know why you opt in.
Right.
But you want the money, we're gonna buy you out.
Baby, you gonna pay me?
Yeah, talk a little about that, but also towards the end of the show, we're gonna be talking a lot about high school football. But listen, y'all know what I have to do each and every time before I start the show. I always give a shout and salute to the armed forces.
Right.
Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, first responders, local police department, local fire department. Thank you guys so much for the services y'all do. We can't thank y'all enough. If no other sports outlet around the world doesn't give y'all appreciation in this country,
we give you the salute, baby.
Salute, you're going to get it each and every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. FanView going to give y'all that love and that support. Believe that. Now, also, don't forget to follow New Orleans Talk Network on social media. You can follow New Orleans Talk Network on Instagram at NOTN Talk. You can follow them on Twitter at NOTN Talk. Baby, don't forget to get somebody, your friend. Add them to the page.
Right.
FanView Live
right.
on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. FanView NOLA. Follow us on Instagram. I'm always putting out a video. I'm about that mess. I'm about that drama.
Yes, sir.
Online, I'm about that.
And he about that bleach, because he be putting out some bad shit. But
hey man, let's get something straight. My bleach is quality. I'm Clorox, baby. I ain't Dollar Tree, baby.
Right.
I ain't Dollar Tree.
People don't even buy Clorox no more.
What they buy?
Dollar Tree shit, because bleach ain't hitting no more.
Stop.
Nobody wearing all white.
Stop. Stop.
By Labor Day, about
the ladies wear all white. The ladies out there, they wearing Clorox, baby. I'm telling you, I'm about that mess. But listen, thank you everybody for tuning in. Before I get into a segment, I want to kind of give it, kind of like a little headliner right quick. First and foremost, Serena Williams, handling business. Ranked at 25 coming into Wimbledon.
Man, it's good to see them cheeks back on the court.
What?
Man.
What?
Look, I watched a little bit today, man. She came with that backhand, and I see that thing start jiggling. I said, babe. What? The bounce
Serena
back
out
game
there
is
handling business.
Straight sets.
Straight sets. Handling business. I watched her earlier today. Right. Handling business. Serena looked like she's one of the favorites. I also want to give props out to Maya Moore. She's going to be the second woman they're going to be on the cover on Slam Magazine, I believe, since 1998.
Wow.
Big accomplishment for Maya Moore, man. That's for a woman who's been dominant, in the WNBA, who's dominant at UConn basketball, won several championships at UConn, gets drafted to the Minnesota Lynx, and the phenomenal run they've been having in that WNBA between them and the Sparks, man. You got to give out the credit to Maya Moore and what she's accomplished, man. So I want to give a couple of shout-outs that's going around sports that I know we probably won't, really get to address and dig into deep about. And that man, Christian Rolando.
Oh, yeah.
Not there, yeah.
My son, pay that man. Pay that man. For people who understand how much that is, your highest paid football player makes about $30 a year. And that's Matt Ryan now, who just signed a deal. Boy, he makes almost triple that.
Right.
Boy, to play soccer?
Right.
And he living in Italy.
Son, my son playing the wrong sport.
Right.
What we need to do is get soccer dominant in this sport, because God knows what they'll get paid.
Yeah.
Boy.
But they, I'm not saying football and basketball's money not well earned, but you gotta think those guys playing like 200-something games a year.
Agree.
And they brand the key player brands not the city, but brands that whole organization over the world. So when they sell a ticket, it's gonna have his face, so it's part of their union. They get that endorsement cut is in there, but $90 million.
$90 million?
A year.
What?
Right. You set for life.
Right, that's without endorsement, man.
$90 million.
A year, 4-year deal. Real Madrid. What you thinking? He can't leave.
Christmas at his house.
Every year. Every year. Can't deny that.
Right.
Boy. That's just I want to touch on those things because I know a lot of times we're not going to dig into deep on those concepts. That's what's been going on around sports, and good Lord, my goodness. My son playing the wrong sport. Boy, I moved him overseas quick in a heartbeat. Boy, look here. Handle business. But listen, we got to get into the NBA conversation. As we know, we've been talking NBA for the past couple of weeks. All the big-time free agent signing. If anybody seen my rant on Facebook, what offseason I like the most is NFL. Why? Because you get almost 2 or 3 months of offseason.
Right.
NBA offseason, you get a couple of days. It started on the 29th, on the 30th, and it's already over.
Right.
LeBron is signed. Paul George is signed.
Right.
A couple of guys move here and there.
Right.
Nothing major.
It's over.
Yeah.
You know, but there will be one more domino that's going to fall, if you still want to consider him a domino, and that's been the guy Carmelo Anthony.
Right.
He's been informed by the Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't know why you opt in your money, but you opt in for that $27 million.
Because you know they're going to buy you out.
Yeah, we're going to buy you out. You're out of here. So people out there, you know, Carmelo Anthony is going to be a free agent soon. Where is he potentially going? Coach Hen, what do you think is the situation that Carmelo Anthony will be headed?
He going one of the Banana Boat brothers. That's just what it is. I think one of the huge setbacks to Melo game I was about to say the last 2 years. Well, it really was the last 2 years. That youth movement is totally messed up his rhythm, his game, because he doesn't play D. You know, he's a good rebounder, but you know, it's too many moving parts in this new NBA. Right. And you know, for him to go to the Thunder, I always thought it was a bad fit, just because of the type of player Westbrook is. Westbrook will go, he'll get a rebound, he gone.
Right.
Melo still looking for the ball off the bounce. You know, offense already setting and going. And there's now, by the time he get down there, you know, he rushing the shot and stuff. I don't think he was comfortable. He going to a place where he felt comfortable. I know Houston's been shooting it out there the most.
Right. They've
been shooting their shot. I've been hearing about Miami, but I honestly think it's between the Lakers and the Rockets. Right. I don't think. The more and more I think about it, I don't think Miami's in that much. I think the Rockets got the edge because the Lakers roster is kind of set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had the youth movement the last couple of years. They still, you know, they got the veterans that they wanted in Rondo. You brought Kentavious Caldwell-Pope back.
Lance Stevenson.
You know, so you got Lance Stevenson, JaVale McGee. Then not to mention the Brandon Ingrams and Lonzo Balls. You know. So that's kind of set over there. Houston just lost Ariza.
Yeah.
They could potentially lose Capella.
Yeah. He turned down $85 million. It was over Clint Capella.
But my thing is, if you get him on the team, what happens to the Ryan Anderson role? Because you just can't have two bigs out there together that don't play defense and shoot.
Facts.
You know, so you know, and then there's Melo contract ain't gonna be hit that much because he's only by him getting buyout, he can only get a certain amount. He's gonna get just the league minimum. So he money's not an issue from his end. I would love this, man. Why not go to the Pelicans? I just drove that's my dog. Why not go to the Pelicans? You gotta, look. You got Boogie's gone.
Yeah.
AD is a top 3 player in the league. Come with the young buck. They need somebody on the wing that can score.
Facts.
So we tell y'all time and time again, they got better wings at Wingstop and Hooters. Get somebody to help him. But he's gonna go. I just really feel he's gonna go somewhere comfortable, and I think Houston just got the slight edge.
Coach Gordon.
Well, I'll have to say the same thing for like a Houston. Chris Paul is there, Harden is there, and you can kind of see, this new league, all these guys are friends.
Yeah.
So when they have opportunity to play together, you kind of think, okay, well, I'm going to take that. I never would have thought I'd have saw Dwayne Wade leave Miami to go to Cleveland. You know what I mean? But you see how these guys develop relationships.
Yeah.
So being that he came to Oklahoma City, he saw that's the best chance for him to try to, win and make himself relevant. Like you just said, Hank, I mean, you're not playing defense. This new league, man, and watching them play against Utah, you saw the liability that he was. Yeah. Every player that had the ball would run a switch until they got Melo as a defender and attacked him. So you look at a team like Houston, so it's mentally for him. Are you going to come off the bench? Are you going? Yes. You trying to be a starter?
Yes.
Because you want to see those guys, age gracefully.
Yes.
I just mentioned Wade. Wade showed in the playoffs. Okay, if I just had a little more time, I could clown, you know.
Yeah.
But Melo coming off this past year, he's looking very, very suspect. You know, so he has to. It's like I hope Hoodie Melo show up in a you know what I'm saying, in an actually basketball game because when those guys play together, he competes. He show you. But in the game, and especially in the playoffs when it slows down and you can get exactly what you want, he was exposed. So hopefully he can get around maybe a Chris Paul and a Harden where they can kind of convince him to going into a role because like you said, Westbrook, he not that guy.
No,
he gets it. If you don't make the shot. Next time down, don't worry about it. I got it. And he did that with Kevin Durant.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So the situation with Melo, I just hope he can resurrect his career and not let that be, we can see the decline this year. I just hope he can bounce back, man, and be productive and just really, really, really we see more of what he can do. The mid-range game, he's always had that. They kind of turned him into a spot-up shooter.
Right.
So it was like he never really got a rhythm if he was going to attack a guy, or if he was going to settle for the long three.
Right.
So, I just want to see Melo do well wherever he goes.
PJ Brown said Melo needs to retire.
That's exactly how I felt last year, being a huge OKC
Coach said, "La one ladder, la need them dollars, la need them dollars."
If for those out there who don't know Coach Gardner, he's a avid Oklahoma City Thunder fan. So
you happy for this buyout?
Oh, most definitely.
You happy?
Most definitely.
You celebrating?
What?
Hallelujah! Sam Presti, thank you, Jesus.
And
Run your check, Sam.
You was talking about just the free agency, free agency deal, man. Just to get Paul George to stay, you know what I mean? That was huge.
What they had to pull off to do that?
I have no idea. At the party, they had to put something in their drink.
FBI had some. They had that back page account.
Something happened.
Yeah.
You say, look.
Paul, I need you to stay. I don't know what convinced him to stay.
I have no idea, but I'm glad he did.
I'm gonna be here for another 3 or 4 years.
I'm gonna go a little off topic real quick because it just dawned on me. Why now, Sam Presti? And I can't think of the owner. And the owner of
the Thunder. I can't think of the owner name.
Yeah, that's
you had Durant.
You had Durant,
Harden,
Ibaka, and
Westbrook.
You drafted all of these guys.
Right.
And
now you want to spend the
money.
money.
Hold on. You had Jeff Green too.
You had Jeff Green as well.
You had 5 guys who is legit ballers
they were legit.
In the league. You drafted them and you had them in their prime.
Right.
Why would you let 2 of them walk?
Right.
Yes.
Let alone all but one. There's only one guy left. Westbrook.
Right.
Why now?
Right.
Great question.
When you seen that, look, that team, you swept a Laker team. You beat the defending, you beat a potential.
You beat the Spurs the next round.
And then you play against a Miami team, a team that's full of veterans that just came from the finals. All right, you lost that one. You don't think like you get 2 more shots at them. You don't think you pulling back one of them, but you let them all go. The year after that, Harden go the year after that.
You traded Harden to Houston.
Yeah, I just had to get that out real quick. I thought about the $300 million.
They're going to be locked into, and you start to really break that down, and you start asking yourself, you really had a very, 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 very good basketball team with Harden, Westbrook. I know it hurts. You got Sam Presti over there. You're bad.
Well, you can't put that on Presti because you want to do what the owner do.
If you want to win, you got to pay the money. It's that simple. If you want to win, you got to.
You would think at the time it's because it was a small market,
right?
And maybe because at the time they had a CBA issue.
Yeah.
So now they got a little bit more money out of these owners. So right now at the time, because there was a fairly new franchise to Oklahoma City, you're probably saying to yourself, hey, look, we don't really know how we're going to survive, so I probably can't. They had just paid Ibaka, and they was on the fence about Hawker. They just had paid. Durant was going to get paid. They signed Westbrook, and they paid Ibaka. So Harden
he didn't perform well in the finals either.
Yeah, but
Harden.
Harden didn't perform well.
No, he didn't. But
you don't let
the 6th man of the year.
You don't let 5 games determine if he, 5 games versus 82 and 3 rounds of playoffs.
So bringing it back to Melo. Do you think he had a fast shot at Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think he did.
I don't think so. Because Melo's never been in a situation where he wasn't the dominant wing player.
Okay.
When he had to share you saw the decline in New York. When he had to share the front court with Porzingis.
Yeah.
He's a bigger guy. He's running. He's more athletic. He's shooting the 3. He's doing what you're doing. He's shooting the 3. He got a mid-range, but he's flying up and down the court, and the team is getting behind that. Now you bring him to he has to get traded. You know, OKC jumps on it, and you look at it, it's like, all right, Westbrook at the top, Melo.
Mm-hmm.
But then you bring this young man, Paul George, over. You get the trade.
Right.
You bring Paul George. So you are not the dominant wing no more. And now, and he's never been to a place where he's been option 1 or 1A. He's option 3 now. Depending on if Ernest Cantor was in the game or not, he might have been option 4. He was just, I don't think he was happy. Then he had stuff going on with Lala and stuff. Don't know how much that could have affected him early on in the season. It's just, I don't think he fit into what. And then another thing, Billy Donovan is a horrible coach.
I agree.
He's a deep. Well, he's horrible on the offensive end. He's always been a defensive minded coach back to Florida. So you're not gonna get defense out of Melo. So I just don't.
So what you're saying is he'd have got a fair shot if he'd have came off the bench like he was probably supposed to. Because right now you're looking at a career where you say to yourself, I'm gonna look at Carmelo Anthony. Listen, what do we know about Carmelo Anthony? Carmelo wants to shoot the ball. Right. The ball gets to Carmelo Anthony. It doesn't matter what set of rotation you're in. The ball's about to stop. He's a ball stopper. Right. The ball's about to stop. And guess what happened? We saw early in OKC. He took a lot of shots and he missed those shots. Right. Those shots were not falling. So what do you do with a player who takes shots, but shots are not falling? Mm-hmm. The only thing I can think of is
Westbrook too.
I was about to say,
but Westbrook gonna play him off out. Right. Westbrook will get to the lane, but Westbrook does other things. He distributes the basketball. Right. He rebounds the basketball. There's other games where, Westbrook gonna shoot the ball 35 times and only have 35 points. Right. Seen it enough times.
Gotcha.
But Westbrook gonna also have 10 rebounds, maybe 12 assists. He impacts the game in other ways. Right. Well, Melo shoots the ball and he is not scoring. Melo don't rebound.
Gotcha.
Melo don't play defense.
Right.
We already know he ain't a pass because he a ball stopper.
Right.
So we got to ask ourselves a question. What do you do with a player like that?
Gotcha.
You got to restrict his minutes.
So what do you do
he has to come into a lineup where he can afford those shots with, he can afford those shots.
PJ said retirement.
When a guy openly says, I'm not coming off the bench, how do you handle that as a GM and as a coach? I mean, he's telling you. I mean, what?
Isaiah Thomas said he would come off the bench.
But Isaiah Thomas is not a Melo either. He doesn't have the career that a Melo has.
We got to agree.
This is one of those situations where we heard this story time and time again. The pen is mightier than the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, no trade clause is gone now.
Yeah.
You waived it. Who the sorriest team in the league?
Orlando.
Hey, Orlando.
Brooklyn.
Come get him. You don't want to come off the bench? I'm gonna show you.
So it's kind of what happened with Allen Iverson.
Yeah,
if you're not careful.
But AI had that. He was volatile. You know what I'm saying? Like he's getting into it with Larry Brown.
I'm talking about at the tail end of his career.
Yeah.
The tail end. Because if you can see how Melo is acting in these press conferences, or he's responding to certain things, on social media. He'll respond. He'll say certain things like, are you serious? You know what I mean? That's not who I am. He still sees himself like a LeBron James.
A top 10 player.
Right.
When you're top 30.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well,
so the mental part of that.
I don't think he's top 30, to be honest. What I've seen in the past 2 years of Melo, he's not that Melo that used to give LeBron fits. No, people used to forget, like when they used to play each other.
He work out. Yeah, he was a bull.
Because he had the post up game. Mm-hmm. He had he's the walk you down, take the shot. You know what I'm saying? Then he was consistent with the look. Once he cut them braids, man, he started getting sorry.
That's time.
You talking about Denver, Melo. No, Denver Melo had the breed.
Yeah,
Denver Melo had the breed.
And think about it. When he cut it, when he got to New York, every year he got sorrier and sorrier.
Well, Father Time is undefeated.
That's facts. And he had a lot of coaches in New York now. Don't get it twisted. Only thing he had, he got Phil in there, but he had Jeff Hornacek. I mean, he had D'Antoni. He had Mike Woodson. I mean, he had some coaches.
But he also had some players with him too. He had
Stoudemire.
Stoudemire never healthy. He wasn't healthy in New York.
Yeah, he had that one.
He had that one good year. Yeah. Then after that, he wasn't mainly healthy. He had Tyson Chandler was up there.
Off the
championship win.
You had pieces, and then you was in the East. You was in it. You wasn't in the dog days of the West no more.
That helped him.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
couldn't make the playoffs in the East. You're bad.
He just got
your premier guy.
I think this was a low point of his career last year. First time, maybe the second time. He didn't make the All-Star game. He just got to sit and watch and stuff. He wasn't in that elite category.
And it goes to that point. I don't think if he goes to LA, I think LA is a bad fit. Mm-hmm. I think you go into a situation with LeBron. They signed Lance Stevenson. You re-signed Cortez Pope down there, and you got Brandon Ingram. You got Kyle Kuzma. You got too many players that can play that guard/wing situation.
Right.
And that's not. I didn't mention LeBron. You know, so that's not a good situation for him. You know, I like what you said about the Pelicans. The only thing I don't like, I don't want that locker room missing shot guy in that locker room with AD.
But shit, you had Boogie. You had Boogie.
Yeah,
you got the dude that won't get his hair cut in Solomon Hill.
That nigga don't get no haircut.
You know,
I need to find a ball. I mean, he bad.
You know,
he bad. Solomon Hill bad. Solomon Hill don't.
Buddy Hill couldn't hit a shot in America for you, and then he go to Sacramento, and all of a sudden he's
the guy you drafted him to
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so you know.
But Houston sounds like the best spot.
You got to do something
for
AD. You got to do something for AD, and bringing another big name like AD. That might help. A big name that's not playing the position that you play as well.
Now Tony Stallion said,
Brett, brother.
Yeah, Nets need to get Melo and let him shoot everything. Not a bad idea.
He in New York, guys.
And PJ Brown said, in this era of basketball, in all honesty, there is no room for ball stoppers who don't rebound, nor distribute the ball, or play defense. Denver Melo doesn't exist anymore. I think he should retire.
So that's what bothered me about the Boogie to the Warriors thing. Why would you, like, I understand that he called them and say, look, I'll take the league minimum and all stuff. Yeah, but
Boogie get 25 and 12.
He's a ball stopper, though.
25 and 12.
I know. Melo averages that in his career without the 12. Shit.
Where does he stop the ball, though?
Boogie?
Yeah.
If you look at early in the season.
No, I'm saying where on the court does he stop the ball?
Now, everywhere from the top of the key to you know, now that he's shooting threes now, he'll stop it. Like if he forces himself to be that guy at the top that gets it to swing right here, and if it come back to him, if he got space, he's shooting it, and he'll stop it in the paint. But he doesn't bang in the paint. He didn't bang in the paint for the Pelicans like he banged in Sacramento, because the league is going to the 3-pointer, so he moving toward that. So that's why I understand. Look, like PJ said it perfectly, the ball stopping days are done. Okay. And you just put a ball stopper who ain't nobody gonna tell him. Like, you could tell him something, but he ignorant.
So if he gonna make a change though, do you don't think it'd be with this particular team? If he was gonna change anything about his game, this would be the team to change it for.
Why? But why wouldn't that change what happened with AD? You got a running mate.
That's totally different.
I'm saying, but like
you got a chance to win a championship, because that's what these guys running after now too as well.
Yeah,
and validation of the championship.
Yeah,
he feel like he can still get his money.
But I don't know.
I think if Boogie gonna do anything about making an adjustment in the game, I looked at it like this way: Boogie's a 25-12 guy on any basketball team. He can get 25 points, 12 rebounds on any basketball team. But on this team, this Golden State Warriors team, this what blew me about this whole deal, because they average the most points than anybody. You talking about 115 points a game. I just added a guy who could give me 25 and 12 in the center position, that center position got me nothing.
Right.
So even if he don't get 25 and 12, let's say he gets 15 and 8. You just added 15 and 8 to a team that averages 115 points.
Right.
I mean, how do you stop this?
But see, the thing is,
that's difficult for me to stop basketball.
But this is the thing too. I think that get overlooked in basketball. Even if he averaged, let's say he averaged 15 and 8. If the Golden State Warriors averaging 115, that 15 get lost in that. You brought Durant over, who averaged 27 and 10 that year that he came over against a team that they were putting up 115 points a game. You know what I'm saying? Easily.
Right.
Durant 25 points. Like, yeah, it looked flashy because of how he scored, but he got lost in the shuffle of what everybody else was doing. Clay turn around and have this. Will match his 25 with his 25, and they'll just look. He's not. I'm not getting it twisted. Durant's a bigger name, so they gonna talk about his 25 more. But you ain't hear nothing about Clay 25. It get lost in the shuffle when the win. But my thing is when you play the teams, the other elite teams. First of all, this Warrior team runs. Boogie ain't running. That's one thing. Two. This team kicks the ball a lot. Boogie's not used to. You got to think he's not going to practice with these guys till January. So that's tough. Look, all my life playing basketball, no matter where I went, when the ball came to Boogie, you know what I'm saying, looking right here. Oh, I got to move it now. You can't expect me to just buy in that quick right now. And I'm trying to prove to the league. Because the chances are y'all not re-signing me next year. I'm trying to prove to the league that I'm worth that max. I need that max. I'm worth that max. Let me show you why I'm worth that max. And do it. And the thing is, they will give Boogie an excuse. Because if he come back healthy from that and averages the 25-18 and the Warriors don't win, because their whole style messed up, they're going to say, well, you know what? Boogie didn't fit that system. We'll give him the money.
I don't think they allow him to actually make that excuse, though. I don't see Golden State losing.
Me neither.
Even if they got to put him on the bench, I don't see them losing. I don't see them losing. And I look at it from a mental standpoint. When you add Boogie to that team, it wasn't just fans going crazy. It was NBA players going crazy. From a mental standpoint, when you look over there and they got 5 guys that's better than your 5 guys or your 6 guys, like, that's unheard of. Yeah. So we got to beat these guys 4 games. That's hard to do. You know, and like you said, we was talking about Durant and Clay. Right. Well, we all know Game 3, Curry and Clay struggled. Well, who brought them through?
Kevin Durant.
So what center, what 5 in the league can deal with Cousins when he's the best one? When he's healthy, of course. Yeah. Right. So even, you know, if that's the kind of game we have to play tonight, well, Boogie, get in, work out. Right. You know, I think Adams might be the only person that could deal with him from a physical standpoint.
Him and Embiid.
Yeah, and Embiid.
Jokic.
Who's on
Jokic out of Denver.
Yeah, right. So, and I look at it, too, from a mental standpoint where now this allows Draymond to do what? To kind of run more rampant. Yeah. And you got those bullies on your team, you know, and it allows Kevin Durant not to be that fake tough guy.
But he won't be you have an Achilles injury. You know how painful that is coming back from. Mine didn't require surgery, and mine was painful to come back from. Both of y'all had the same injury. He's way bigger, you know, way taller than any of us. He's not gonna be 100% to where his game. He might come back and just can be a jump shooter for that from February to the end of the playoff. Right. Because of that short time.
Right.
And P.J. Brown, it says, Boogie got to lose 50 pounds after he recovers from his injury to be effective in the Warriors style of play.
Most definitely.
I probably have to agree with that. But listen, before we take our first break, because we're going to come back here, Melo stays in the East, stays in the West. Good situation for Melo.
Chris Paul.
Houston.
Bail out.
I agree.
Houston. I think his best fit is Houston. I just don't know how him and Darren Tony going to figure it out. They got to figure that part out because I know he had him in New York when he was the guy, and they didn't necessarily collide. You already know when you're bringing in Carmelo Anthony, obviously he got to know that he's at least the 3rd guy option from a scoring position. So he got to be willing to buy in what they're going on. And I don't know how that's going to really clock, but it is the best overall situation for him. Other than that, you can go to Minnesota somewhere and shoot as many shots as you want the second unit. They ain't got no backup. Jamal Crawford going. I mean, you go there with Jimmy Butler and Wiggins and shoot the ball all day long.
But he said he's not trying to come off the bench. So.
Look, I'll show you better than I can tell you. Either you're going to come off the bench.
Orlando!
Yeah, go be the man.
Or you going to Orlando with Aaron Gordon. You choose. I choose the bench for 300 hours. Damn right.
Listen, we got to get ready to take our first break. Listen, when we come back off a break, listen, we're topping into NFL. Football.
Yeah.
Players. Coaches on the hot seat.
You on deck.
Y'all don't go nowhere. FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports. Don't go nowhere. Don't touch the dial. Be back in a minute and a half.
Turn down for what? What it do, y'all? It's DJ Slick Daddy from the Live Line, here to tell you about the hottest bar on the West Bank, After Dark Sports Bar, 419 LaPelco Boulevard in Gretna. Come check us out on Monday for steak and oyster night. Thursday, free seafood night. Friday, 3-for-1 happy hour. Saturdays, ladies night, and always open for parties. And then Sunday, Saint Sunday, oldie but goodie Sunday. Come find out what is hidden for at After Dark Sports Bar, 419 LaPelco Boulevard in Gretna. Doors open at 6, 12 p.m. on Sundays. After Dark is a non-smoking atmosphere.
Hey, it's your girl Black Coco, and tune in with me Thursdays at 9 p.m. where we talk everything sex, from the latest sex topics to the latest sex trends and a few exotic dancers. Plus, you never know who might drop in. Tune in with me on the Pleasure Hour, only on New Orleans Talk Network.
Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy DJ Slick Daddy.
This DJ Slick 504.
And of course, I'm your girl, Black Coco.
Tune into the Live Line, New Orleans Talk Network, every Tuesday, 7 to 8:30 with all the trending topics.
And you can also check out my mix, DJ Slick Mix Part 1 and 2.
And of course, check out Coco's Sex Tips of the Week.
And hashtag TTBS. That's that bullshit. It's the Live Line, New Orleans Talk Network, Tuesday, 7 to 8:30. We always live. Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, FanView Real Fans Talk Sports. Listen, add a friend, baby. Go to the FanView Live page on Facebook. Click add. Each and every Thursday, we do this show. We sit down, we talk. But this is our moment, our time as fans to have these conversations. This is the best fan sports show on the internet.
Yes, sir.
I'm tired of saying it, people. It's the best fan sports show on the internet.
Preach.
And I ain't talking about just Facebook. On the internet. I'm talking about Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You thinking any more? If I can finally get the snap. You know, so I can't do that.
Sometimes that 10 seconds be all you need.
That's all I need, baby. I'm like pliers, baby.
10 seconds get you a call back sometimes. You know,
yeah. I mean,
back in my earlier days.
Going down the DM. Yeah.
Hello.
Listen, on to the NFL. Listen, a lot of things been going on this NFL offseason. But what we haven't talked about is the hot seats going 2018.
Yes, sir.
Coaches, players who've had bad seasons or a bad season. You're on the hot seat. It's time to bring you up going into this year.
Right.
Fans out there, give us your comment, give us your list of what coach is going to be on the hot seat, what player on the hot seat. It's time for us to have discussion and have this conversation.
Yes,
I'm going to kind of start it off from who I think is on the hot seat.
You better not steal my player.
Starting off with the coach first.
Okay.
It's down there in Tampa. Dirk Cutter. You got the Jameis Winston, he's suspended for 3 games. You fired Lovie Smith.
For you.
For you. Because you thought you was the guy that's going to help Jameis Winston plateau to be this franchise top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Guy drafted first overall. And things have got worse. Ever since you became a head coach, this team has not progressed. This team has expectations for the past 2 years to win 10 games. Guess where you at? Last year, you threw the whole season. The season went down the drain at week 7 or week 8. Season was over. You're on the hot seat, buddy. You done drafted all these defensive players. You know, Hall Groves out of Florida. Right. You know, you got Levante David. You got, I think they have a couple of players at LSU. You got, there's talent on his team. You got Gerald McCoy. Granted, can't really stay healthy, but DeMarco Murray wasn't successful in this situation as always. You had to cut DeMarco Murray. Only productive player that you've been having season to season, regardless of who's been playing quarterback, is Mike Evans. You bring it to Deshaun Jackson. Can't get over 50 balls. Can't get over 10. Can't get over maybe 5 touchdowns. What's going on in Tampa? It's too much talent down there in Tampa Bay for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers not to be able to win at least 8 games. And over the past 2 seasons, you have them, I think you probably won maybe 10 games total. Yeah. You got to get it together down there in Tampa Bay. So to me, their head coach, Kirk Cutter's on the hot seat. Now, as far as a player, I got one in mind particularly, but I got another one I'm going to mention later on. Amari Cooper, out there in Raiders.
Right.
You come in, you're a highly rated draft pick out of Alabama. It may sound funny.
Oh, you on that bleach early today.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You on that bleach early today.
No, I'm not.
How dare you say Amari Cooper?
Look at Amari Cooper's
You know
numbers.
I'm not an Alabama fan, but how dare you say that?
Look at Amari Cooper's numbers last year. There's been a dip. There's been a dip in his numbers in the past 2 seasons. There's a reason why Amari Cooper ain't talking about a contract extension. And he's a phenomenal talent. You don't hear the Oakland Raiders say, hey, let me give Amari Cooper that 16, 17 million dollar contract. We're not trying to pay him like Hopkins or trying to pay him like Antonio Brown or Julio Jones. Mm-hmm. They ain't trying to offer him Demaryius Thomas money. Why is that? When he's supposed to be the man down there. Got to step it up. The Oakland Raiders didn't make the playoffs last year. He was top 3 in drop balls last year in the league.
Wow.
Got to step it up, Amari Cooper. You're on my hot seat because you're the guy that's supposed to be getting talked about as far as that new contract thing. When Odell Beckham signed, you're supposed to be the next guy in line to say, okay, I'm going to be a top 5 player, top 10 player. Y'all got to pay up. It's not looking that way. This season coming in is going to predicate if Amari Cooper is going to get an extension with the Raiders or Amari Cooper won't be a Raider. Being top 5, being drafted in the NFL, got to step it up. So that's my 2. To me, Tampa Bay head coach Dirk Cutter is on the hot seat, and Amari Cooper is my player that's on the hot seat.
Gotcha. Well, I hope they keep having problems in Tampa Bay, but I'm a Saints guy. I hope he suck.
Facts.
I hope everybody down there suck. I hope
Facts.
they never get it together.
Hope they never get together.
Right.
Hope they stay bad long they can stay that bad.
I have to say, for me, hot seat, but then again, it seems like it don't really even matter. I don't know what they got going on, but Marvin Lewis. You know, up in
Cincinnati.
Yeah, in Cincinnati. I mean,
he got something on him.
I don't know. He got nothing about the sex scandal.
Right.
He knows
something. It's something. You know, this guy, you know, he's been there forever. You know, he had a lot of success back with the Ravens. You know, but they've given him that job. And, you know, it seemed like every year, and that's times when they have successful seasons, but they can't get their first win. Yeah. You know, and there's times where his players look like they're out of control.
Yes.
You know, and I think it gets to the point where, you know, enough is enough.
Yeah.
You know, you see a lot of young African-American coaches that come in and get chances, and they're done. You know, you talked about Tampa Bay. I look at Raheem Morris, man, like how this guy hasn't got another head coaching job. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like, come on, man.
Is he just a staffer now?
Last time I recall, he was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
He
was a receiver. He was a receiver coach.
Yeah.
Receiver coach. But it's just crazy that, you know, how do you get to that point and you just fall out of grace when you see so many others, you know, get chance after chance after chance. So, honestly, I just don't like the fact that Marvin Lewis gets to sit in that seat that long, and when you have other guys that don't get that same, response to failure. You know, and again, you know, we already know from year to year it'll change. Now, as far as my player, I'm gonna keep it right here in New Orleans. I look at Mark Ingram. I know it's a situation where, for me, when he does come back, he has to produce. Because the way we look at running backs, you know, is different. You know, so when he does, when he does come back, he got to play ball. Because Kamara coming off what he came off of, it's going to be a situation where he's going to get more and more touches. He's coming late in the season. Mm-hmm. So, and we know they're moving running back in a heartbeat. Yeah. You know, so when he comes back, if we're in the flow, it's not like as if, okay, we're going to stop doing Kamara and get you involved, you know. So I'm just looking at Mark Ingram got to play ball when he come back. You know, and I'm talking about he has to give us what he gave us last year. I honestly think before last year, he was looking more like a bust. You know, that's my perspective. Right. So for you to have that great year and then it comes back, okay, we're gonna miss you for what? Is it 4 games? 4 games. We're gonna miss you for 4 games. You know, this is just an opportunity for Kamara to pass you up. Yeah. You know, he's already a fan favorite. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. And we know that perception shapes reality. Right. So when he does come back, if he ain't on his stuff, it's gonna look like
hot seat.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can get rid of you. So
and she gonna get hot.
That's me.
And you're in the contract year too.
Exactly. And he's wanting another contract, and they don't seem too interested in pulling the trigger. So.
Mm-hmm. I think my 2 gonna surprise people. I'm starting my coach to me is Andy Reid. Complacency is everything. You want to progress in everything you do in life. Now, true enough, when he got to the Chiefs, they were a laughing stock. You know, him, They actually had Dorsey in there as the GM, who's not a GM for the
Browns.
For the Browns. You know, they got together. They built a team. And you got monsters on that team, and they built it, and they had depth to where like you'll lose an Eric Berry for a whole year multiple times, and your defense still top 5.
Right.
You lose a Justin Houston multiple times, the defense still top 5. You lose a Tom Brady, multiple times, your defense still top 5. On the flip side, you lose a Justin Macklin, your offense still top 10. You know what I'm saying? You lose a quarterback, you go to a backup quarterback, your offense still look. You lose one of the most dynamic running backs that we've seen in our generation, Jamal Charles. You replace him with a running back by committee, you still second in the league in rushing. That's crazy. But that's all good if you win in championships. You get into the first round of playoffs, where you clearly are the better team for the past 4 seasons, and you lose every single one of them. That's bad. You lose. Look, you change quarterback. You got the quarterback on that. All right, now you done changed it again. All right, now you got the guy that you wanted, the heir apparent. You set him a year on purpose. You redshirted him a year on purpose to learn the system, learn behind a professional Alex Smith. And you got rid of Alex Smith, so now Pat Mahomes is your baby with this young offense that we got. You went and get Sammy Watkins. You still got Tyreek Hill. You got Kelsey. You got Kadeem Hunt. You know what I'm saying? And your offensive line is still nice. So you got Spencer Ware. Look, you still got Chris Conley, who's a phenomenal slot receiver. The time is now. If you don't make it to the playoffs and win at least one playoff game, I'm not saying make it to the Super Bowl, win a playoff game, start going to Providence. I think you need to get a new coach in there because you got Eric. You still got Eric Berry.
He come back.
He's under a contract, a long-term contract. Justin Houston, you got rid of Hallie, but you still got D Ford. You got talent, but winning one game, winning your division, or making it to the wild card and getting just to the playoffs, just to say you made it to the playoffs, not good enough. So Andy Reid, look, you did a phenomenal job in Philly. You did not, but like, how many times are we gonna get? You talk about the chances that we keep getting other coaches. Right. The guy got to 4 straight NFC championships. Right. And didn't win it. Then you built the dream team. People forget about the dream team. Terrell Owens, Nnamdi Asomugha.
But T.O. won on that team. T.O. won on that team. That was Vince Young.
Yeah, Vince Young. Nnamdi Asomugha, Vic.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
You name it, they had it. All the top guys.
They even had Asante Samuel at the time.
Yeah, I was saying they had Asante was that slot guy. You know what I'm saying? And it was like B. Dawkins last year before he retired. You had all this talent. You did everything. And you still hadn't won the big one. We can't keep giving you chances just to say, you can't just waste another year.
Ricky Rashid said the Chiefs done.
My player, Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Dude, you number 1 overall pick. You're supposed to be the leader of the team. You're supposed to it's a certain way that NFL quarterbacks carry themselves.
Didn't he show you that in college, though?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look,
you're bad.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I looked at Vic. I remember when Vic played against Florida State in the national championship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He came in there, he had his bag of clothes and stuff. Because that was the style. They was like, okay, you're a college student, you ain't got money. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And as he got, he dominated his first year, he was humble. Then he got cockier and cockier. Got to the NFL, hit it. Boom, 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 boom. Like, he the man. He got cocky, and he stayed getting cocky, started wearing bandanas, do-rags, the earrings and stuff to the press conference stuff. Then he got on the Madden cutter. Then he broke his leg.
Right.
Then he came back humble. You know what I'm saying? Something changed in him. And it wasn't long before he got on the Madden cutter when he touched the league. Something changed in him. He got professional. Then he got caught up in the scandal, but when he came back, he still kept everything professional. You know what I'm saying? Up until the year that he got hurt and stuff. Mm-hmm. He changed the mentality. He learned, was like, all right, I can't do that young boy stuff because I can't expect Rowdy Wright I can't tell right. Look, don't go to the club, and I'm writing down, and I'm throwing a party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you one day and doing
another.
a total opposite thing. On the flip side of that, with Jameis Winston, your actions are doing it. I'll take it back to the Saints game.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Who does that? What quarterback does that?
Exactly.
What quarterback does that?
I looked into like the pregame, like in football. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your guys, you got your guys that are rah guys. You got your guys that you know what I'm saying that just go to the floor, they be in their own zone. But when somebody speak, you know, like all football players gonna look at that person that's speaking, and if they with you, they with you. You can say the dumbest thing in the world. I can say, man, you know, for us as coaches, and but our guys are with us. We could be like that, man. We could be talking to the defense like he be like, Coach, you got something to say? I said, man, Jack be nimble, Jack be goddamn quick.
Let's go, baby!
Yeah, Jack quick as a motherfucker, Coach. Yeah, let's go, Juice Squad, baby, Juice Squad. That's our kid. They behind us because they know we putting in. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna show them we bout it. Then I look at Jay Winter. Hey man, we about to get these W's, man. And everybody look like, man, what the man? You know what I'm saying? Come on, break it in. And then I'm looking at rookie OJ Howard. Just like, man, what the man?
Who comes from winning?
I ain't about that. I ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? And you supposed to be the leader of this team. You the face of this team.
Right.
You stand in trouble. You always doing something dumb. But I'm supposed to follow you. I'm supposed to respect you. Hot seat like a mug to me, because it's to the point now. You got Mike Evans. He's one of the elite receivers
in the game. It
doesn't take a special quarterback to get him the ball. DeAndre Hopkins has been doing it for years, and he's had like 4 or 5 quarterbacks.
Savage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Savage.
So, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't take much to get an elite guy the ball.
Right.
They're going to get them.
But
get
to
rid of
your point,
him.
Hank,
Go.
did you see, we talking about the quarterback that acts the way he act. Did you see how Evans came? That was Evans inside of that situation.
Yeah.
Look how he responding to his leader, though. You see what I'm saying? So, again, it's affecting the franchise. And once again, I hope they stay right there.
Yeah, exactly. And the Saints fan, I need y'all to stay put.
It's one of them, like, all right, I see why he affect. I can see like both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
But I just looked at like the way Mike Evans been carrying himself. Like, you know what? That's our quarterback. He about to get into it. I'd rather me get into it than him get to it.
Okay.
I know I'm gonna get fined.
Right.
Cause see, and when he came back, it was like same old Mike Evans. You never heard of Mike Evans get in trouble. You never heard of Mike Evans. Like, yeah, he gonna talk trash. Every player in the league talk trash. You know what I'm saying? But you not doing no stuff like that.
I agree.
That ain't Mike Evans. That's one of those like, man, you dumb as hell. I told you not to do it, but I gotta back you up.
Right, you my guy.
I can't let you get.
You my quarterback.
Yeah. T.O. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's just where it is.
I got you.
I think so. My picks are Andy Reid and Jameis Winston.
Now I got 2 other guys that I want to mention that could be on hot seats. Now they're not dominant hot seat guys, but I did some statistics earlier because I'm a numbers guy. I follow numbers and I find statistics. They're 2 quarterbacks.
Okay.
One's also in the NFC South.
Okay.
We ain't talking about the guy who just got paid, obviously.
Okay.
Matt Ryan just got paid. Ain't no hot seat.
You talking about Mr.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. That guy. Cam Newton.
You can't be talking about Breezes.
No. Boy, no indeed. Boy, it's an untouchable seed. I see he's calm, collective, cool.
I know what I say.
Cool. We talking about the guy who just threw for 73% passing? Boy, no.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, if you gonna say Breeze, I was gonna cut your whole comment off. It, man. Look, fuck what he talking about.
No, not at all. Drew Brees can't do no wrong to me, but it definitely can do. And here's one of the reasons why. One, if you go look at the numbers for 2019, the Carolina Panthers could save $14 million by cutting. First and foremost, people do that. They can't do. No, first of all, look at the numbers. They can save $14 million of cap space. 2, you just brought in North Turner. What does North Turner do? Every quarterback he coaches does what? They complete about 65% of their passes. Because North Turner is an offensive guru when it comes to quarterbacks and getting these guys up to par. Guess what Cam Newton can't do? Complete passes. He's only threw over 60% one time in his career, folks. That was his first year in Carolina. Every other year, he's been under 50%. But what's kept him as a franchise starting quarterback, what's he be able to do with his ability, with his legs, and he can break tackles. What he can do after the play. People don't know he has the most rushing touchdowns in NFL history. He has surpassed Michael Vick in total touchdowns.
As a quarterback.
But here's the thing. He's an older man now. Can he continue to play quarterback at that level? No, at some point in time, you're going to have to make plays by completing passes from the pocket. You have to adjust. You're going to have to start completing passes. So if he's not a guy that you think they can complete 60 to 65% of his passes, at some point in time, you're on the hot seat. Disregard the MVP season for 2 seasons ago when he beat Denver. Disregard that. Because if you got a guy at quarterback who can't complete passes, then at some point, his athletic ability will still be there, but he's not going to be able to do it from a dominant fashion. He's got to be able to complete passes. He throws the ball too high. I'm glad that they brought in. I like North Turner. I think he can help Cam Newton out, but he has to be open and receptive to understanding that he's going to have to make plays from the pocket. Now you don't have Calvin Benjamin there no more. Greg Olsen is getting older. Who's going to step up?
So they got
Chris Samuel that they drafted last year.
But he was hurt all year.
Devin Funches, my guy in Michigan.
Funches. McCaffrey, you got to.
McCaffrey's
you got rid of. I think what it is, the Carolina is heading to a blow up season.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they're gonna do good this year. Cam is, but I think I would change that player and that team is in the hot seat.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Ron Rivera.
You started to see last year. They let Jonathan Stewart walk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They started some of these guys that was like staples in Carolina. I want you because it's not a high school team. Like just staples of like when you down up the franchise of the Carolina Panthers, you always start Jonathan Stewart, Thomas Davis, Luke
Kuechly, who can't stay healthy.
You know what I'm saying? Now you know what I'm saying. Look, he contemplated retirement.
DeJuan Short, Star Tutule.
Thomas Davis.
He said this is gonna be his last year.
You know what I'm saying? Cam, like you said, Luke, Greg ain't getting no older. Look, I'm right there with you. But I think that franchise itself is on the hot seat. But I match your quarterback with a quarterback. Joe Flacco.
But you took the one out of my mouth. That's my next one. Joe Flacco.
That coach as well, though.
You know what I'm saying?
You took it out of my mouth.
Harbaugh's
in trouble.
John Harbaugh.
You know what I'm saying? That together. Because, see, look, Ozzy's not there no more. So you got a new, look, a GM and a head coach is like all in the engine, baby. You know what I'm saying? You can't put a new engine
Ozzy's stepping down, and he's going to be a new GM.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So something got to do. But, look, you don't draft Lamar Jackson
in the first round.
Just to draft him.
Right.
The fans are, and that's going to be the most hostile you're going to see these Baltimore fans. They're excited about Lamar Jackson. Look, we know what Joe Flacco will do. He got the deep ball. We tired of you. Look.
Not getting no younger.
Look, forever. I'm telling you, it's going to be so hard for Flacco this year. Every time he throws a ball and it's not completed, we want Lamar. Every time he throws an interception, we want Lamar.
You want Lamar Jackson.
You're going
to want Lamar Jackson.
Be tough. And the sad thing about him is this dude will find work easy as hell, but Cam
won't.
No,
look how this thing about it. Look how long it took Vic to find a spot. Now that's saying something because Vic came with baggage.
And Baltimore saved $10 million by cutting Flacco next year. Yeah. People don't know they saved $10.5 million by cutting him.
Hey,
worth the risk.
Especially when you got a kid trying to prove himself.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, and just look at what the team is built around now. It's like that Ray Lewis shit is over with now.
Yeah,
I think Terrell. I don't see next season where Terrell Suggs on that team.
No, that team was something to revamp itself.
CJ Mosley, Jimmy Smith.
Yeah,
it's y'all defense now.
Yeah, you can start making some changes.
Lamar Jackson, it's your defense now. I mean, it's your offense now.
Then they drafted coach. Then they draft Humphreys out of Alabama.
Marlon
Humphreys out of Alabama last year.
Yeah.
You got C.J. Mosley. You got you're gonna start looking at making some of these changes on that team. They don't have a running back.
No, they still got Hightower. Not Hightower.
No, Hoboy's not there out of Alabama. The other linebacker. You talking about
not the
Upshaw?
Yeah,
Upshaw's not there.
That's right. He's Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. They drafted Ted Williams.
There you go.
They drafted Ted Williams.
Tim Williams.
They drafted Tim
Williams. Alabama.
Yeah, they drafted Tim Williams.
But he had a good rookie season.
Yeah.
Like the numbers wasn't there, but he had a decent season.
Yeah, they drafted Tim Williams. But you got to start to me, that's my other guy I was going to mention. Joe Flacco, he's on the hot seat. And you can save $10.5 million, and you got a guy in Lamar Jackson, especially that his preseason is going to make everything. Right. If he start to show in preseason, hey, listen, he could throw for 120 yards, ain't got to be touchdowns, but just have some athletic ability and make them plays. Right. You're going to say to yourself, boy, Joe, we don't make the AFC Championship. Right. You're going to start having that. But if we don't make a certain we're not in the playoffs, you're looking for work. Right.
Look, they can make it to the Super Bowl. They can win the Super Bowl, and Flacco wouldn't be back.
That'd be tough.
Because you want this you talking about the same franchise that won the Super Bowl and sent Trent Dilfer packing.
Well, that's totally different.
That's totally different. Trent Dilfer
that's
ain't
because
that
of
dude.
the defense now.
Trent Dilfer ain't that dude.
He about to get think about how NFL.
You know who's on the
moving.
defense?
Think about trust me, I know it. I'm a defensive guy. I know that defense. I know that defense. I know that.
Anybody could have been throwing the ball.
You know what I'm saying?
Just give us 12.
Give us
12. We gonna win.
Yeah. We got Peter Bullwell. We got James Sharp. We got Ray Lewis.
Just think about what NFL is going.
Even sad that Dwayne Starks were getting picked.
It's no quarterback that's doing this no more.
Facts.
What about Brady? Don't do that no more.
Not that long.
Look, you even see now Brady. They starting to move like they'll slide the pocket. They'll move it. Look, they'll make the offensive line move to make it look like he moving. But no quarterback ain't just
holding the ball.
Right.
Look, even Philip old ass Rivers, that motherfucker with that ugly ass release, he rolling out. Got him again.
I know what they not gonna do. They not gonna throw Brady another pass.
Oh no.
They definitely not gonna do that.
Oh no.
And that V though, that almost had it.
Almost had it. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna work.
But like, if you think about all the top coming quarterbacks, Wentz, Goff.
People want to see what they could do. Man.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I'm excited that he stuck to his guns and say, I'm not gonna let y'all move me. I want to play quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. So, like you were saying, Fred, it's like, okay, hey, in his preseason, rather, as he shows he can stay in that pocket, because everybody, he another runner.
He another runner.
And it's quick that they want to, he a Vince Young or he's a Michael Vick. He wants to show what he can do because his numbers were better after the Heisman.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
as a quarterback.
Exactly. So, you should look at it like, well, if this guy's doing this and Flacco, like you said, it doesn't really matter what Flacco do. If he's producing, he's going to have to go to the bench.
Right. He's in a situation where Baltimore saves money, and they're going to have to win for me to see that you want to retain that $26 million in cap space. And I just looked up his $26 million in cap space that Baltimore can have.
For 19?
For 19. What they take, if they cut him, it's 16 in dead money, but they save $10.5 million in cap space. But Baltimore gonna have to be, cause see, that $26 million in cap space is normal for a team to have for a quarterback. Gotcha. So if they won, I can see them keeping him another year. Okay. But if they're not winning, I'm gonna save 10 of that $26 million and let you walk. And I'm gonna eat 16. But I'm about to play Lamar Jackson because I'm not winning, and I need to see what I got here.
Because that 16, because he gonna fill the seats.
That's it. He gonna fill seats.
He gonna get excited. He gonna be to a point because remember, like Atlanta was sorry at the beginning with Vic, but he was the most electrifying and most exciting player in the game that Atlanta was getting primetime TV.
Right.
He's the next. That what people put him as the next
primetime television football player.
And that's what it's gonna be. Hey, the Panthers was like that too. Cam, their team was sorry as hell that first year, but he got primetime exposure. Why? Because he was putting up all these numbers. Man, we want to see this.
He's coming off the national championship too.
Yeah, coming off the national championship at Auburn.
Number one pick.
Right.
You beat out Jimmy Clausen. We want to see what you got.
Right.
Your team ain't winning. We want to see what you got.
Right.
They gonna pay.
They gonna pay. Oh, absolutely. And that's what Baltimore and with new quarterback. Sometimes you also see new head coach. Get it twisted.
Yeah. Hot seat.
Hey, another one that nobody want to talk about real quick, but he always on that. But I think it's it. It's over with. And the Dalton got to go. Along with the coach.
Goes back to Marvin
Lewis. Go back to Marvin Lewis. Yeah. Go back to Marvin Lewis.
And the Dalton got to go. Look, let me tell you like this. The Bengals can go 16-0, win the damn Super Bowl. Get rid of that man.
He bad?
Look, when I tell you he's stealing the church money.
He did get hurt that one time, though.
When I tell you he's stealing the boy, like, hey, look, John Amos said it best on Coming to America. When I tell you the boy got his own money.
He got his
own money. He got his own money.
The jackpot.
Hey, when I tell you the boy is stealing money, the boy is stealing. You got A.J. Green.
Right.
Listen.
You had one of the, like, he stayed hurt, but you had one of the dominant downfield tight ends out there. Hugh Jackson did wonders for y'all when he was the OC. He put you in all these.
So is he on the hot seat, being down in Cleveland, not winning the game?
No, I think
not yet.
Not yet.
Cause I think
I
think it was understood. Like they went in like
that's a process.
Like, look, the first year
it's a process.
I think
that you made some moves now.
Or they got moved now.
But see, that's what I think.
I think talent out of that boy.
I think last year was like a red shirt year.
Okay.
I think this is year one. This is what they count. We're like, look, you ain't have nobody.
Gotcha.
Josh Gordon was still coming for smoking that weed.
Yeah. And probably still is.
He probably
you can't go on 16 this year.
You know what I'm saying?
I see my talent.
Right. Yeah. Look, if he
you gotta give him 6 games though.
If he loses 5 games in a row, he done. He
out.
Gotcha.
You
He
gonna
out.
cut him.
Gotcha.
That's too much talent.
So that is a hot seat.
Yeah, because it's a warm. I put it as warm. Yeah, it's warm. Because as long as if they winning games,
win, lose, you gonna keep them.
They can go like 5-11, and he'll come back for that third year of his contract.
But that following year, he on the hot boy.
But if he start off like if it's week 6 and he 0-5,
he out of there. He'll cut him.
Hugh Jackson has just been fired.
Yeah.
Adam Schefter reports.
Right. Shefty. Yo. Well, listen, guys. Listen. We gotta take our next break. When we get back, top 5 offensive tackles in the league. Y'all don't go nowhere. FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports, New Orleans Talk Network. Stay tuned. Be back in the next minute and a half. I want you.
Turn down for what? Yeah. Turn down for what? Yeah. Turn down for what? Yeah.
What it do, y'all? It's DJ Slick Daddy from the Live Line, here to tell you about the hottest bar on the West Bank, After Dark Sports Bar, 419 LaPelka Boulevard in Gretna. Come check us out on Monday for steak and oyster night. Thursday, free seafood night. Friday, 3-for-1 happy hour. Saturdays, ladies night, and always open for parties. And then Sunday, Saint Sunday, oldie but goodie Sunday. Come find out what is hidden for at After Dark Sports Bar, 419 LaPelka Boulevard in Gretna. Doors open at 6, 12 p.m. on Sundays. After Dark is a non-smoking atmosphere.
What's up, readers and shakers? It's your girl, Rhonda M. Lawson, sending you a personal invite to the Literary Lounge. Tune in to Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
Are you looking for a home to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on the Gulf Coast that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
Proper, man. Got proper, man. All proper English.
He grew up with that power line versus power line fight.
He ain't grew up in them streets. He ain't grew up in the streets in the KHP.
Hey, that was one of the best fights ever. Oh my God.
He ain't grew up like that. He ain't grew up like that. Trying to keep him out of that. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, FanView Real Fans Talk Sports. Listen, thanks for everybody for tuning in. Again, like the FanView page. Listen, I guess like I always say, this is the best fan sports show on the internet. I don't care if I'm on Twitter. I don't care if I'm on Instagram. I don't care if I'm on Facebook. I don't care if I'm on YouTube. Best sports show, best fan sports show on the internet. Right here, right now. This is our chance as fans. We sit down and talk sports. Also, don't forget to follow New Orleans Talk Network on Instagram on NOTN Talk, and don't forget to follow him on Twitter at NOTN Talk, and on Facebook at New Orleans Talk Network. You can check out www.neworleanstalknetwork.com. A lot more shows than just this sports show. A lot to talk about on this network. Follow us. Trust me. We got a segment for you. If you like sports, it's this show. If you like religion, they got a show for you. You like hip-hop, music.
We got a show for that.
Got a show for that. Live line. You know, urban street talk, got a show for you.
If you bought that freaky stuff,
got a show for you.
You come on right after our show.
Got a show for you. So if you listen, tune into New Orleans Talk. There's a show for you. But right now we got to talk these sports. NFL, we still here. Top 5 linemen, offensive tackles, not linemen, offensive tackles, heading into 2018. Man, it's a bad list. For people who don't know, we've been doing this list now for the past couple of weeks. We started off with quarterbacks, then we went to linebackers, went to running backs, corners, receivers, D-ends.
I had the best D-line group out there. Everybody know it.
Your D-line group was pretty nifty.
I had NFL people chiming on my line group.
You had a pretty nifty D-line group. It was pretty slick.
It was bad. You put Cam Jordan at number 2.
Stop. I had Cam at number 2. I had Cam at number 2.
And you had a guy who come off back-to-back season injuries at number 5.
Well, he had dominant. He won 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards.
And he come off a back-to-back season injury.
JJ. JJ number 5.
I mean, JJ being healthy now, we gotta respect who he is.
We can't disrespect him.
We can't respect him. Look, the thing, man. He a year older. The body is broken down. He been injured in the first game back-to-back years. He ain't the same JJ no more.
Stop being disrespectful.
No, I'm still gonna block his ass. He ain't the same JJ no more. Clowning that nigga now.
Clowning that dude. But when JJ healthy, JJ.
You asking
you asking for health.
You asking him to be healthy.
Wait till he get healthy.
Shit, that's like waiting for Jesus to come back. Soon and very soon. Oh man.
Listen, we're going to go through our list of some of the top 5 offensive tackles heading. Doesn't matter if it's a right tackle, doesn't matter if it's a left tackle, just a tackle. I'm going to kind of start this list off. Number 5 on my list, may call me biased, but it is what it is. It's this man, left tackle, out of Michigan, Taylor Lewan for the Tennessee Titans. Yes. Got to have a Michigan man on my list. Guy every year has improved at the tackle position. He's made sure guys like DeMarco Murray and guys like Derrick Henry are able to be productive. Why? It starts off with that man at tackle, drafted 9th overall out of Michigan. He's been handling business every year since he got into the NFL, and he's only getting better. So right now, he has potential to be one of the top 2 or 3, but he still needs to be more consistent. And Tennessee Titans need to win more games. But right now, he comes in at number 5 on my list. Taylor Lewan, Tennessee Titans.
How dare you? How dare you put that sorry Michigan person up there at that low?
Stop. Don't forget we had number 1 overall, too, in Jake Long. Don't get it twisted.
Where he at now?
Got to draft number 1 overall.
Where he at? Where he at?
Stop it.
Where he at? Somebody please tell me where he at.
Retired.
So is he playing?
Retired.
Is he playing?
Retired.
Is he playing? See, that's your problem. You always coming up with different excuses.
I'm not excusing. The man retired.
Is he playing?
What's wrong with Jake Long retiring? Retired.
Look, man.
Joe Thomas retired. Can the man retire?
He wasn't Joe. Joe was the man. Jake Long was shit.
Stop.
You stop. The ball was a no overall pick and didn't last at his position. He got his position taken from him.
Stop. He lasted 7 years.
His
Robert Gallery wasn't shit. That's the one who was poop.
He number 2 on the number 1 overall pick list. Shit.
Jake Long.
Stop it.
Eric Fisher bad.
Stop.
Jake Long went
No,
there.
Eric Fisher still got a job.
He young.
He never let nobody take a starting spot. Jake Long lost a spot to an undrafted person.
Stop.
You don't want to talk about that.
Stop.
Man, Michigan is sorry. Y'all had Bradley Edwards. Mr. I can't catch shit.
Stop.
I win the Bolivar call.
The man had 10 touchdowns in Cleveland. He did.
Josh Gordon did that. Why hide? Don't give me that. That ain't nothing amazing. Number 5 on the list. There's none under than Mr. Ryan Ramczyk. I told y'all last year, coming in, and this guy was a day one starter. Some other people on the panel, oh, that's a horrible pick. We shouldn't have picked that guy. We shouldn't have, you know what I'm saying, the guy that drank bleach. Told y'all. But look at him now. This same guy didn't like Alvin Kamara. But look at him now. Love both of them. Ryan Ramczyk, he was the highest rated right tackle, regardless of years in the pros, going into the league last year after when he finished off. Phenomenal rookie season, stepped in for a veteran, day one starter. One of the key reasons why the Saints progressed as far and fast as they did last year. Hitting on a draft pick, Ryan Ramczyk, number 5. Tackle going to the league.
Well, I'm going to listen to you guys on this topic right here, man, because, you know, it just shows you guys how well-versed you are in football. I mean, because most people don't, you know, look at the offensive line and be like, that ain't sexy. But you guys in there. I only got 2 guys that I'm going to rock with, so I'm going to wait till y'all get down to number 2 and number 1.
Number 4, you got Ramczyk. I got his counterpart.
He can't stay healthy.
Hey, let's get some facts straight.
And that's my guy. That's my guy.
The Saints were 3-3.
It's real simple.
They were 3-3.
Look at the line.
Look at the line. Look at the numbers. He was 3-3.
Yeah.
When he was not there.
8-2.
8-2. When he was there.
And he's a freak.
He's a freak of nature when healthy. Teron Armstead can block.
Where he played at? He played in the SWAC. That's what we do.
That was a steal right there.
Yeah. Teron Armstead comes in at number 4 for me. Because I know when healthy, my man number 9 ain't got nothing to worry about.
Right.
He gonna handle business. So number 4 on my list is Teron Armstead.
Number 4 on my list is a man. He wore maize and gold. Mr. Taylor Lewan. He had it too low on his list. Put some respect on a big man name. Lord have mercy. Since you've been drafted, you produced over 4,000 yards of rushing that came to your side. That's unheard of. It came to your side, whether it's been Mariota, Derrick Henry, DeMarco Murray. And, you know what I'm saying? It's come to your side. Dude, he fits perfectly in what they're trying to do there. I can't believe you, a Michigan fan as you is, would have him at number 5.
That's
the shame of you.
They came with
you know
more than 8 games.
Look, this man has sealed the way for 4,000 yards in 2 years. I don't know how long somebody's been tracking that or something like that, or how many years that goes back, but that's just an amazing number. 4,000 yards on your side, in between your gap, because you just sealed off the outside. That is phenomenal, and you only giving up 5 sacks.
Well, I'm eager to see who's higher than that.
Oh, yeah.
It gets better?
It gets better.
I got
It gets better.
It gets better.
To me, coming in at number 3 on my list is a guy who protected Tom Brady for the longest. Now just got paid for the New York Giants. And number 3 to me is Nate Soldier.
How dare you?
Nate Soldier is a very good offensive tackle.
The man gave up 17 sacks.
He may give some sacks, but you know one thing. He's going to be healthy. He's going to be durable. He's going to be there.
I don't want you if you get my quarterback hit.
Hey, as long as the longer you guys have to protect your guy, you got to go in the trenches every down and every play. This is what you're looking for. So that guy gonna give up some sacks.
You don't know nothing about the trenches. You
He
ain't
gonna
about
give it
that
up.
trench life.
I'm a $175. You know I ain't about them trenches. But Nate Soldier is my guy coming in at number 3. You know one thing. That contract that the New York Giants paid him going to pay dividends. He's going to be healthy. He's going to be there from day one, protecting the Eli Manning and making sure that Eli Manning could go to the progressions, he need to get to the guys that he need to get to. Yeah, he'll give up a couple of sacks, but at the end of the day, you know, coming out, he's going to be there protecting his guy for the most part. He's going to give up some plays, but at the end of the day, I know health-wise, he's going to be that dude. And watch out for Shaquan Barkley because he'll be coming off that left side behind Nate Soldier. Trust me, Nate Soldier is going to be that guy. Coming in number 3, Nate Soldier is my dude.
3. He hails from the great city of Calvary, Louisiana. He spent 4 years wearing that white, purple, and gold in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. His name
Andrew Whitworth.
is Mr. Andrew Whitworth. and he's about that work. Look, go back to the year before Whitworth got there, when he was still at Cincinnati, when Jeremy Hill had one of the best years of his career. Ty Gurley had the worst years of his career. He comes back.
Yeah.
He goes to the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams.
Ty Gurley's an MVP candidate.
Right.
Jared Goff is looking like something.
Right.
He has time. Every big play comes off of his side.
Right.
To the left side. Look, they put Robert Woods in the slot to the left side because they know he can turn and just look, bam. Then when they started saying, you know what? Everybody knows I'm throwing to Robert Woods. I'm going to look at Sammy Watkins because I know I'm not about to get touched because Mr. Whitworth is on his bad side giving him work.
Yeah.
The law office of Andrew Whitworth, baby. Number 3, LSU.
LSU, Andrew Whitworth, man. You know, that's a solid pick, bro. Very solid. Been a very durable career. Have a very long-lasting career. People don't understand. Andrew Whitworth has been in the league now for over a decade, holding it down, handling business. And you can't take nothing from that guy because you know he's going to be healthy. He's going to be consistent. At the end of the day, you know he's going to come out there and block, whether it's run or pass. Andrew Whitworth, you can't take nothing from him, hands down. To me, coming at my number 2, and this is only due to health reasons, Tyron Smith, Dallas.
That's my number 1.
Only for health reasons. My number 1 is another guy.
You put a motherfucker that's never healthy out there at number 4, and you talking about health reasons?
Health reasons coming at number 2. I know when healthy, he's the best physical offensive tackle in the league. Heading to the year.
I can't wait to hear who your number 1 is.
You gonna see who my number 1 is, but Tyron Johnson. Dallas Cowboys is paying. But only due to the health reasons of last year. You saw some of the demise of the Dallas Cowboys because he wasn't able to be healthy and he wasn't able to play. And when he did come back healthy, because of those health reasons, you saw him get beat a little bit. You started seeing a little, I wouldn't say weakness in his game, but people was able to make plays because he wasn't 100% healthy, but the Dallas Cowboys needed him. Yeah. So, to me, he comes in at number 2. But I know if he's 100% healthy, he's probably the best offensive tackle in the league.
Don't put that disclaimer in. You put that man at number 2.
He's number 2.
Like I said, I only had 2 guys, of course, Armstead, and I look at Mr. Smith, man. It was a play that I watched a couple of years ago. It was a screenplay. And when you see a tackle, an offensive line, I don't care what position he plays, if he can get down the field the way that this guy did it, I mean, he's outrunning the linebackers. He's outrunning some safeties to get in front of Zeke. You know what I mean? When you see that, it's like, oh, my God. And then when you see him go out and there's other professionals on the team with him, and a guy that nobody heard of gets 5 sacks the next game, it's like, okay, this guy here is arguably, I mean, it solidifies it for me. Right. You know, I mean, because then you put the other guy in, and he's not even close to being on that level. And these are people on a professional level. You know what I mean? So when I look at him and I'm seeing things like that, that's my number 1 guy.
It's hard to argue.
My number 2 guy would be the great Jason Peters, baby.
Holding down the left side.
Jason Peters, man. Oh my gosh, man. Look, it is crazy how the game that he get hurt, Wentz get hurt. It's crazy from that side. That's crazy. Look, man. They had a Garrett Button who was looking like he was back to the older Garrett Button that would knock motherfuckers out at Boise State. You know what I'm saying? He was looking like that Garrett Button. Then you make the trade for J.H.I. Then you had the rookie Corey Clement, and they all got interviewed. And we going behind Jason or Kelsey because we know it's gonna be open.
Right.
Then Wentz, you have him on your blind side, so now Wentz is going crazy. He's going crazy now. Jason Peters, you know, he 6'7", 350 pounds, straight raw nastiness, man. Look, nothing else to be said. If he stays healthy, 100% of the time, he gives Tyron Smith a run for his money. JCP's number 2.
Your number 2 is my number 1.
Hey!
Jason Peters. Listen, when I watched what Carson Wentz was doing to have this MVP season, it had everything to do with Jason Peters, baby. Being blocking for him. This guy had 33 passing touchdowns. Now, granted, Lane Johnson's on the right side. Lane Johnson's a heck of a tackle on the right side.
No, he ain't no heck.
No, he can play football, but he ain't Jason Peters. Jason Peters, man, this guy's incredible, bro. We talking about a guy who can protect Carson Wentz, who can protect anybody at any given time in the game. Freak of habit. The guy just nasty. What he can do on the left side, my goodness.
Right.
My goodness. Your number 2 is my number 1. You say who my number 1 could be? My number 1 is Jason Peters.
Guess what? Your number 2 is my number 1.
And I look at it like the beautiful thing about it is where they both are protecting young quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're both protecting young guys.
Yeah.
But I think to me, what makes Tyron Smith stand alone, his interior could change. Zach Martin, who was probably one of the best, he was probably like the second best guard in football, plays on the opposite side of him. He doesn't have that luxury of, all right, now when he had Ron O'Leary right there, it's like, all right, I know I got a War Daddy with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That play has been loud college, but he's been hurt a lot. They've been rotating that spot like crazy, and it doesn't faze him. Jason Peters, hey, Kelsey is always in the inside. Wisniewski is always right there. He doesn't have that to worry about. You know what I'm saying? They worry if he gonna play. That's the only thing different. When you ain't got, when it doesn't matter who they put to protect your inside, and look, as a lineman who plays on the island, that's the only person that you can trust, him and the back, and you really got to trust him because the back can't deal with no lineman that's coming through, and that don't faze you. You go out and do what you do, and you do it in a dominant fashion, man. Shit. What else needs to be said about Mr. Tyron Smith?
It's a bad man, bro.
It really makes you look at Dak and be like, okay, is he really that good? You know, it really does, because you see a guy coming in, you know, with Romo being as successful he's been, I think he's definitely a Cowboy Hall of Famer. But then you saw Dak come in and him being comfortable. It was like, you know, people say, well, let's get rid of Romo. Romo won't hurt us, you know what I mean? And just how quick it goes back to the Flacco comment.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you know, it's about what can you do for me right now. And if Dak can get a opportunity like that, we know what could happen for Jackson. You know, so it's a situation where, but who's protecting Jackson?
See, that's that
his name didn't come on y'all list.
That offensive line is shit. Now, if you were talking about guards, Marshall Yonder is the best guard in football.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Right.
but he doesn't protect. Like he'll stop the Dominican Sues, the Aaron Donalds, the Jeremy McCoys from getting to you.
They drafted a tackle a couple years back.
Yeah, but you talking about, look at the good thing is, in the division you in.
The blind side. I'm messing.
He ain't there no more. Hey, look, he blind to that NFL money right now.
Blind all right. Blind all right.
But you know, but that's the only thing I worried about with Jackson.
Yeah.
Because that offensive line ain't hitting the middle. Look, that's part of the reason why Flacco has declined as fast as he has, because he's getting pounded.
Right.
You look at the, like you said, the Dak situation. I don't care who at quarterback.
Right.
Dallas.
Once they build that offensive line, like Romo wasn't the luxury of that complete offensive line.
Right.
Dak had that full offensive line his first snap. Romo got hurt in the preseason game. Okay. Now it was a Dak show. But show me what you can do now, Dak. You got your running back, so that ain't your excuse no more. But that bailout receiver ain't there no more.
Witten retired.
Well, you lost 2 bailout guys. You lost Mr. Reliable and Jason Witten.
And the jump ball.
You ain't drawing that bitch up to Cole Beasley.
No, you're not.
Or Terrence Williams. Don't get it twisted. He ain't jumping, no catching no balls.
You know, so, you know, and you drafted the rookie, Mike Gallup.
They depend on Allen Hurns.
He not yet, but the thing is, he's coming off of that injury. And he's coming off an ACL injury. He's coming off the same injury as Cam Meredith. You know what I'm saying? What can you expect from him? His injury was a little bit more different from Cam because Cam was a non-contact one.
Right. It just depends. I mean, like I said, the Dallas offensive line has been one of the best offensive lines in football for the past 3 or 4 seasons now. That hasn't changed overnight. They're still going to be one of the best offensive lines in football. And when you got a running back like an Ezekiel Elliott who can take the pressure off of you at the end of the day, he don't have to have a dominant, he don't have to have a Julio Jones or A.J. Green-like receiver. Yeah. He just needs to be able to get the ball to the right guy and make the right football play. He has a Russell Wilson-like offense. Meaning that he doesn't have the dominant receiver out there, but
he don't have the Russell. He needs to be in the Russell Wilson style offense.
Right.
That way,
right. But this style,
because they got Zeke.
They got Zeke. They have that style can be very similar to what Russell Wilson did until he developed into becoming the quarterback that he's become. And I think that's the approach that Dallas has to take because they don't have an elite receiver. Nor when Jason Witten retired, you don't have a bailout guy. Right. So you're going to have to run the football until the game opens up for him. Right. Now, if no one stays healthy, then you got trouble.
Well, I guess goes back to what we were saying about, Carson Wentz. Peters went out, he went down.
He went down.
You know what I'm saying? Tyron Smith went out, that got sacked 5 times.
Yeah.
So, again, it shows you, that guy has to be very, very valuable to his team. So, looking at all these other guys, and when you see, in a team sport, man, and I think that's the funniest thing about it. A lot of times, these guys don't get the praise that they should.
Yeah,
you know, their bank accounts are good.
Yeah.
Because you understand football. But again, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a sexy position. But when that's the only position on the field where you have to actually protect somebody. Every play, somebody else's career is in your hands. You know what I mean? Like for real. Is it Theismann?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Theismann.
So it's a situation. Somebody else, you don't see that guy coming. You know what I mean? So even when you look at the type of man that it takes to be offensive tackle, and I'm kind of going there.
Right.
That's a special kind of man. You know what I'm saying? That's not your everyday just Joe Blow. He understands that, hey, you know what, bruh? When I work out, when I do what I got to do, that guy, their career depends on me, man.
Yeah.
The league can the league can change the rules all they want to, and but things could happen. I got to make sure this guy out here,
but don't get touched.
Don't get touched. So, don't get touched.
It's just, and again, watching you guys make me want to do a better job of appreciating who's out there in the league. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like I said, y'all had 5. I had 2. I got to do better.
I was like, man, I got 5 of these guys. Like, these guys are outstanding at what they do. And they got other guys. Like, the Green Bay Packers got a guy. Right. I can't think of his name off of my head, but that guy.
TJ Lane plays inside.
His name is David.
David.
Bartiotti.
Yeah, that guy made the Pro Bowl last year. Trust me, he's an up-and-coming tackle. That guy can play football. There's a bunch of guys that can be coming up at that position.
The only reason why I didn't put him in, I don't see him run block, and that's because it's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
Their offense don't call.
They don't call for it.
No,
that's why I have him on my list either.
I can't put you top 5. I don't see you do both. My top 5 guys do both.
You got to go hand in hand, and that's the only thing I say. Like, okay, the Packers they actually throw the football. They throw the ball 7 out of 10 plays.
Right.
And that's because they got that bad man in Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. And I got it. I get the point. Mike McCarthy, I get it.
We were talking a lot about the Cowboys. Let's shift that. Dez Bryant is still a free agent. Kenny Vaccaro is still a free agent. DeMarco Murray is still a free agent. Eric Reed is still a free agent.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up?
The draft didn't happen.
Supplement draft didn't happen.
Is you about to head to training camp now?
I think Dez is the best free agent out there. And I think that at the end of the day, a team like a Washington Redskins with Alex Smith there could be a good situation fit for him. If you're just asking me, I know there's a team I don't want to see him go to. That's the Atlanta Falcons.
Right. Stay out of the South.
Stay out of the South. I see him with Julio and Dez on, and you could have gave Alex Smith this money, man. You already got Freeman and Coleman. That's not a situation I want to see down there. That gives situation problems. But I think the overall best situation, because I think Dez is the best free agent out there. But if I want to see him in Houston, you got Deshaun Watson, that quarterback coming out the ACL injury, but I think he's going to come back and give you these 14 games. You got Will Fuller, you got DeAndre Hopkins. You add a guy like Dez, you keep him in Texas.
Braxton Miller, though, man. You taking Braxton Miller.
Braxton Miller can't stay healthy, and Braxton Miller and Dez Bryant. That's what I see.
But he fit
their system. But if I can add a Dez who can give me 50 catches, 8 touchdowns, I'm not asking Dez to be the 13, 14 catches in the 9,300 yards and the 1,200 yards, 93 catches and 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns in Dallas. I'm asking Dez to come in, give me 50 catches, give me 700, 800 yards, give me 8, 9 touchdowns.
You're a legit red zone threat.
That's it.
Legit.
But see, that's why
and I keep in the AFC South where defenses are not that great. On direct defense is Jacksonville. That's a good situation.
Me, the perfect situation is the fucking New York Giants.
Yeah.
You think putting him in Odell will work?
That's a lot of drama, though. That's a lot of
Damn that drama. I'm trying
But
to
that's
win. I'm trying to win.
That's perfect world. You know, when you playing Madden, okay, that works.
That works.
Like, if you flip it on a football sense, alone, Dez is not going to get the number 1 receiver. Cornerback. That's Odell.
Right.
You're not going to get the number 2 cornerback. That's Sterling Shepard. He's not even going to get the safety help because you got Everett Ingram. You can't really get underneath help like talk about because you got Saquon Barkley. You're going to give Dez Bryant, who you're not elite receiver no more, but you still got those qualities that made you an elite.
But he believes that he is.
That's cool. Believe that shit on the number 4 cornerback and go dominate his ass. You could be the ultimate bailout guy because you're not going to get the rope. Look, it's about to be easy for you.
Dan's about to
This
put a Melo.
That's what I was thinking about.
Like ha-ha, this shit about to be a breeze for you right now.
Dan's about to put a Melo.
I look at it like, and I'm hearing what you're saying. The thing to me, if that works in that situation, he get to stick it to Dallas twice a year.
Yes.
That's the incentive for me. If I'm Dez, I get to stick it to y'all.
Giants or Washington.
Yeah, I get to stick it to y'all. I'm gonna stay in the East, and we gonna see. You didn't want me.
I'm gonna make you want.
Like you said, you got Odell, you got Shepard. It could be ugly.
Right. I like the situation in Houston. I like if he went there again. You stay in the state. They got a lot of options. You got a young quarterback. And it puts you in a situation where, again, you're not going to really be double. I like Will Fuller. I like with DeAndre Hopkins. They don't really have a tight end there. You still got Lamar Miller.
You got C.J. Fedora. He
can play.
He play.
He can play. But I like that type of offense. You go out there and you say, man, you got to guard Hopkins. You got to guard Dez Bryant. You got to guard Will Fuller. And you got Lamar Jackson coming out of the back. Lamar Miller coming out of the backfield. That's a dangerous offense, bro.
But on the flip side of that, I don't want a Dez Bryant type with a young quarterback.
He may intimidate the kid.
Yeah, but he already playing with a superstar receiver.
But
DeAndre.
But DeAndre is not. DeAndre is a superstar. DeAndre is a superstar kid, but he acts like he's the 5th option. He's low key, chill. You don't never hear
who he low key with. Cause last time I checked, D'Angelo Hall got some. He was big different.
He ain't low key with them corners.
No,
he ain't low key with them corners.
I'm a good guy.
He ain't low key with them corners.
But see,
let them corners have it.
But that was just like Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson was the same quiet way. But look,
I guess
put the hands on it.
Call the finish him like, look, you playing too much, dog. Look, catch these hands. Same way with D'Angelo. Look, you playing too much. Catch these.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. And see, and Deshaun is that, he young, trying to make everybody happy. You get this.
I got you.
I don't want to say he could be bought, but like, hey man, look, come on, man, come on, young pup. Let me show you this part. Let me show you this part of tag. I've been here. I don't want you knowing this. Go up there, go with a veteran quarterback. Look, go to the Steelers. You're not gonna be the guy. Then they lost Martavis Bryant, Juju. They got Juju. They got
What about the Rams?
Lamar. Hell, man, nigga, I'm trying to make the Saints make it to the playoffs.
I wanted him to come to us. That's what I wanted initially.
I don't want him in New Orleans.
Cause see, you got Cam Meredith.
I mean, once they got him, I'm like, okay. I'm saying initially, that's what I wanted. I really wanted him to come to us.
It looks good on paper.
Exactly. I said a lot of this work good if I'm playing Madden.
If I'm playing Madden,
it works.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, when Madden come out in a couple of weeks, if nobody signs that, look, you could be on anybody, baby. Best believe he'll be on the Saints in the slot, baby.
Gotcha.
Next to Can't Guard Mike.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I just looked at. I looked at when I looked at the situation. I said, man, I like Houston. If Luck was healthy the past 2 years, I'd probably say the Colts. But I don't know. I don't know what I got on Andrew Luck. I think him and T.Y. would be a good combination. But then again, I don't know what number 12 is going to give me. You know, so I kind of X'd that off my situation because I don't know what you get at quarterback there. But I like the Houston situation down there. Even Washington, because I know Washington don't have a number one throw ball. You got a new quarterback down there, Alex Smith, Jay Gruden. I think they can find ways to get him the ball.
Gotcha.
And plus you get to stick it to Dallas twice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think Washington would be a good spot for Kenny Vaccaro. You lost Kravis. Okay. You know, I think Vaccaro would be good at Washington. Maybe, but no, because they got the Titans got Bayard. Maybe Houston, alongside with him and the Honey Badger. You know, that allows Honey Badger to stay up top and be the ball hawking alley player, and you can let Vaccaro deal with that dirty stuff underneath. Cause he need to go to a team that's gonna let him be in the box.
Yeah.
The Seahawks might be the perfect, you know what I'm saying, for him. Him and Eric Reed need to be looking at the same two teams because they the same type of player.
Put them in the box.
They box safeties. You know what I'm saying? Let them play around the box. Don't go to a team that's gonna ask me to cover. Like I can do it, but I'm not. But that's
can cover
you know what I'm saying. That's not the best thing that I'm good at.
Boy, he went to Cincinnati, got roasted.
If you just look at, just think about how Rex, the fucking twin, Rob Ryan Rex was the head coach, right?
Rex the head coach.
Okay, so Rob. Just think about how Rob used him as a rookie. That nickel. You know what I'm saying? He round the block, blitzing them, boom. He was phenomenal. He got hurt.
Right.
Then the next couple of quarters, hey, go your butt up top. It took to this year to do that. Like, come on back.
Come back down.
Come back down the area. But you seen the overcar, but you made him change his way. Let him go where it's natural for him. I think the Texans, because you have that guy up top. Maybe the coach. You got Malik Hooker.
Yeah, you got Malik Hooker. You can put him out in the box.
You know, put him
in the box.
Put him somewhere where he just has to be the box.
So you mentioned Seattle, being that Cam is hanging it up. You think that'd be a good fit for him?
Maybe. I think that might be a better fit for probably Eric Reed because of the body type.
Right.
He's built closer to Cam.
Mm-hmm.
He's, you know what I'm saying, and they used to guys with baggage and a lot of media talk, you know, from when they had Michael Bennett, Ricky Sherman, Browner, you know, even Cam, you know these guys, Marshawn, you know, these guys that always got that do something that makes the media just say something.
Right.
They know how to handle that. You know, him kneeling, you know, okay, if that's what y'all want to use against him.
Right.
This owner is not that owner show you're not supposed to have those type of players. Come home.
Okay, so we were talking about the free agents, and you kind of mentioned that, and it made me think about Kaepernick. You think he get a chance to get a job?
Nah,
the reason why
it's
hard for me to it's going to be hard for you to get a job if you suing the person that's trying to hire you.
You're suing the league. I can't see it.
We couldn't work if we were suing Amy or Tangible Whole Parish, and we go to Amy for an interview. It's hard as hell I don't care what my record say.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard as hell for you to hire me if I'm suing
the parish,
the whole parish for multiple $1 million.
Right.
You're not suing just the league. You going to interview for a job on teams that you suing.
Right.
You suing every team.
Gotcha.
I think it's over. And the thing is, I think he's made peace with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's made
he's doing it to make sure other players come behind him don't have the same experience or have the same situation that he's been similar to, in the fact that he can't get a job.
Because my thing is,
as far as him working in the NFL, I think that there's
if football, if you're just trying to play the game of football, don't worry about the league. If you're trying to play the game of football, you'll find out. You'll go to the CFL. The game of football meant something for Delvin Bro. Yeah, he wanted to get another NFL contract. Nobody said that. He's like, man, fuck, I ain't got time for that. I'm going to CFL, playing right away. Now, if somebody comes from the NFL, yeah, I'll gladly go back. But I want to play football.
Gotcha.
To me, I think he fell in love with the activist part, and that's not bad. I look, everybody's called for something different. I think he fell in love with that part. I think he's seeing how much his words actually move people, and people started listening. Yeah. So he's just like, all right, because he's still getting paid. They got to pay out their contract, so he's still getting paid for when they released him. And he's gonna win the lawsuit. I think he's just going to these interviews. It's something like what people got to do with unemployment. You know what I'm saying?
It's a process.
Even if you get a nice unemployment check, in order to get that unemployment, you got to say, yeah, I talked to this person this week.
I submitted in job applications.
Yeah,
I did this. I wid this. I
You
went
got
on
to
an
do
interview.
that just for them to say, all right, hey, your money coming to. I think he's just doing that just to help his case, so they can settle out of court with the lawsuit.
Now,
I think that's what it is.
Before we get to high school football, DeMarco Murray. What's a good fit for DeMarco?
He's gonna be an injury guy.
That's what I was thinking. Like if somebody's gonna get hurt, he won't get signed. Not the fact that I don't think it's a bad back, but I think you gotta think about it. You're not the same guy who rushed for the 1,700 some yards that you was in Dallas. You went to Philadelphia, it didn't work. Then you get to Tennessee, you got traded to Tennessee. They drafted Derrick Henry. And then you're splitting time down there, and now Derrick Henry's gonna be that guy, former Heisman Trophy winner. And you say to yourself, man, is what happened to DeMarco? Listen, he's an older back. He's a short yardage back. Now, granted, he can still make some plays, but I don't forecast him getting a job until somebody gets injured. I think a situation was good for him. It probably been a Carolina to me originally when they let Jonathan Stewart go. He bring in the bruiser. He still got Christian McCaffrey who'll get the majority of the snaps. Carolina's a good situation. I already thought about San Fran. Look, get a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo, a guy who could get some short yardage backs. Just a guy who's been around the league. Because you always want to have, to me, even though Jimmy Garoppolo is not he's been in the league for going on 5 years, but he's new to starting. So he's a young quarterback to being a starter. So I thought that was a good situation too. Bring him San Fran, short yardage guy, a guy who can read coverage. As long as he don't think he's going to be the guy that's going to give you 1,500 yards, then he's a good situation. But if he thinks he's the guy to get 1,000 yards, be the same guy he was in Dallas, my brother, you stay at home.
A free agent for me, you was talking about San Fran. I like Navarro Bowman. Me being a defensive guy.
Going back home.
You know what I mean? It's like this guy here, he made a name for himself, right next to,
Pat Willis.
I mean, come on now. When you make a name for yourself, you're a standalone guy next to him. You need that guy on your team.
Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier about, the Ray Lewis, and that kind of guy. Well, that's that kind of guy.
That's that kind of guy.
I believe when he walks in the locker room, and we was talking about Tom Davis? Thomas Davis.
Yeah.
Those kind of guys. You don't get those kind of guys every day. So when you got a chance to get him, you get that guy. Because he's blue collar. He's blue collar. He can do it all. So and just to come from injury, and you can actually see he was productive. So that's my guy. But again, I'm a defensive guy.
I understand.
Ain't nothing wrong
with that. I know one thing on passing downs, boy, I love that. Boy, shit.
I'm right there with
you. The ball on me, boy, one of the best passing linebackers in the league, boy. Boy, look here. I would love to have him as a Saints uniform. 3-4, 4-3. Right. Love that. Got to shift these gears.
Yeah.
Got about another 15 minutes left in this show, sir. Got to get this high school football.
Yeah.
High school football.
All heart, baby. All
we
heart.
right around the corner, folks. August is right around the corner.
Yes, it is.
About a month left.
Yeah.
Jamboree time.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's right there.
Scrimmages.
Yes,
sir.
Get it in.
Yeah.
Practices.
Rain and hot sun.
The talent out here in Louisiana for the past 2 years has been incredible.
Yes, sir.
We see the games like Devontae Smith.
Right.
Puka Williams.
Right.
Jamar Chase. Kid at Parkway.
Terrence
Marshall. I mean, Keatone. Devontae Jason.
Thibodeau.
Wow. Thibodeau down there in Thibodeau, Meek Robinson. I mean, the list goes on. Man, y'all tell us a little about me football, man. Tell us what's going on in 2A and meet football.
Before we get to that, because you named some prominent guys, I just don't think people realize the prominent guys that Coach Gordon has had the pleasure of coaching. Because you named one of the kids.
Devontae.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Tay-Tay.
Because I just look at it like me.
Tay-Tay.
Sweet six, baby.
Like
Tay-Tay.
me, I in my coaching career, before Amy, I only coached one top 50 guy. Shit, I get 3 of them.
You get 3 of them.
Right off the bat. Like,
you get 3 of them.
Here you go.
Here you go.
You know what I'm saying? And they all
one number one in the nation.
But shit, now, but then when you look at, I've coached against Amy for 4 years straight before even coming over there, it's like, shit, this man got to coach all of them. The Tay-Tays, the Trey-Trays, the Buds, Josh Parrish, just tell about some of the special ones.
Oh man, well,
it's the best years at 8
Yeah, it's I think that's the thing. Exposure is everything.
Mm-hmm.
We know with social media, everybody has a smartphone now.
Yeah.
When you hear something good, or you see something good, it can go viral. It's just a situation where we've always had talent. I'll be amiss to not talk about the greatness that's always been there. But when you have the lens and the lights are on you, and your kids perform, I think that's been the key for us.
Right.
You brought up Montre, Elijah Walker. He's a kid that we all knew were great, but y'all come see.
Come see.
Come see. Just come see. I honestly feel like, he was the best quarterback in the state. I feel like the best quarterback in the state went to La Tech. LSU didn't really give him a true shot, because again, it's a situation whereas we don't know who is that kid,
Right.
So then when you start looking at stats, when you start looking at game film, and the way it works, we've already offered such and such and such. And again, it's a situation where these are kids, man.
These kids.
So you'll never hear me bad talk another kid, but we know what we have right there in that little small town of Amy. And I honestly feel like the kids that we have there, and it's funny because, everybody know everybody.
Right.
You may know Elijah Walker, but his father, senior, was one of the best linebackers ever come through Amy.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know that because of exposure. So to see our kids, Devontae Smith, Elijah Walker, Joshua Perry, who played safety, who started as a freshman at Memphis, it's like you see these kids, and it's a situation where there's dreams coming true.
Right.
And it's not just, I can't speak for big cities and that situation with us coming from a town where it's only one high school.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Elementary, middle school, high school. So when we say Amy, we mean that.
Yeah.
We not talk, we don't have the luxury, well, I'm from this part of town. I mean, we have our little, areas, but when you say Amy, we bought that for real.
Right.
So when one kid make it, it's like, we all make it. I know that sounds cliches, but when Devontae Smith caught that pass,
that game when
I've never
win the national championship.
I've never went live before, Fred. Oh, I went nuts, man. I went nuts.
Man wasn't answering my phone call.
You know what I mean? I went nuts because that's my guy.
That's your guy.
That's your guy. And the beautiful thing about it,
and he was with you last year.
You see what I'm saying? But I wasn't the only person felt that way.
Right.
It was so many other people felt like that's my guy. Why? Because I had a hand in it. I saw him every day. I saw him at church. I saw him at the store. I saw him on the football field. I saw him at practice field. I saw him talking to my child. That's the community that we have.
Correct.
So when you see kids from this community get to showcase their talent, Ishmael Sopsher, number one D tackle in the nation. Hold up. We just had a guy catch the winning catch in the national championship
game.
Number one, you see what I'm saying? A Devontae Lee. I mean, I made a post not too long ago.
What a
oh my
physical
God!
specimen, Devontae Lee.
I made a post that.
If you haven't seen this kid in person, folks,
If I have another child, a boy, his name will be Devontae. You hear me? Devontae Smith, Devontae Lee, and Devontae Gordon. I'm telling you, I gotta take the chance. You know what I'm saying? Name the child Devontae. Devonta. Spell it that way.
Yeah.
Because when I'm telling you, you know, we brought up Lee. Oh my God.
Lee.
This kid's 6'3", maybe 215.
Built like
you know,
a Greek
oh my
god.
You know, but you would think a
physical
kid,
freak of
you would
nature,
think a kid like that, or when those rankings come, that kid would change. Because I'm gonna be honest, I remember being a kid. You couldn't have told me I was the best in the world.
Right.
And these
Right.
kids are so humble, man.
Yeah.
And they work. So, you know, like you said, the season is coming. We came up short last year, you know, but to see your guys.
Your guys.
You know, the people that, you know, we just had Ishmael go off into the 5-star camp last week and compete against the #1 offensive tackle.
He'll be playing safety and he played safety and receiver.
Yeah.
Right.
He's and then I see Mr. Chad. Mr. Chad, one day at practice we say, you know what? Go to safety. You know? And it was a ball hawk. You see what I'm saying? So it's a situation where these kids do every and anything that they're asked.
Ask St. Helena.
Anything that they're asked to do. So, you know, when you see your kids compete when the cameras are on, and when I saw I saw Ish again, man, and he said, Coach, I told you I got you. And I'ma stop now and just to give this man props, you know, because I had Ish, you know, as a DC for the last 3 years. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And having Hank come on board, man, and it's almost like it's just, you know, like a flower, man. You can see this kid open up. You
Right.
know, football is one thing.
Right.
When you open up as a person,
As a
when
person.
when you show your personality, man, you know what I mean, and you can see this kid now just relax in his abilities. You know what I'm saying? I thank God for Coach Finn, who's my other D-line coach. You know, he does an awesome job, man. But you know, him and Coach Hank, you know, teaming together and you know getting the most out of these kids, man. I actually saw Ish take it to another level. You know, from Hank working with him one-on-one, man. So, Hank, man, I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? He don't do what he need to do, though. You're fired, okay? You don't do what he need to do. You're fired. It is what it is. They say this is real sports talk, right?
Real sports talk.
So, yeah, he don't do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? You're out of
You
there.
can't.
Just fire me on December 8th.
It's like December 8th, man.
Yeah, fire me after this.
We excited, baby. We excited for it, man.
Man, y'all gotta listen. Y'all go down from 3A to 2A. Man, look, y'all spotlight was on A meet last year.
Yeah.
The target was A meet football, man. Throughout the regular season, y'all handled business to the last regular season game. Y'all came with the first loss. Y'all, you know, I remember Coach Powell after the end of the St. Helena game talking about perfection. Remember his speech, the team talking about perfection, wanted to be perfection. But I actually think the next game y'all had the first loss of the season. But man, I'm looking at the talent at that team, man. You know, going down from 3 to 2A, I'm saying to myself, man, it's probably one of the most talented football teams I've seen in high school football. This team is very, very talented. And there's a lot of talent going around in 2A.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. That St. Helena team has some players.
Right.
And Troy Hurst last year, and Aaron Hurst, you know, and the quarterback they had.
Aaron, who made a speedy recovery.
Speedy recovery.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Full scholarship.
Yeah.
Full scholarship, academic.
You know, just to look at, people looking at, you know, when you look at division, everyone think 5A.
Right.
5A. That's, well, what, like you only thinking that's where only the cream of the crop comes from. And that's so far from the truth.
I look at it like boxers. You know, that's kind of how I look at it. Like, you know, you get different styles, different guys. I look at, you know, being in 3 all that time, you know, it's kind of like being, you know, on that quick, you know, that quick guy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That light heavyweight, you know.
Right.
I'm able to kind of move around, do what I got to do, but I got some power with me if I need it. But I'm really, really kind of just sticking and moving, that kind of deal.
Right.
Man, you get down in 2A, you know, and this no excuse. You know, this is put the ball down, and we coming right at you. That's what you getting, you know. And I'm just gonna be honest, you know what I mean? As a defensive coordinator, Coach Powell and myself, you know, we look at ourselves, okay, well, what didn't we do? I don't believe that we prepared our guys mentally for that. You know, that physical grind. Because what you're gonna get a lot of times is just that. You know, sometimes refs, the game, it's gonna go the other way. It's gonna go the other way. But can you put the ball on the ground and say, you know what, I'm coming right at you? And that's me taking my hat off to St. Helena. You know, having their identity. This is what they want to do. You know, control the clock. You know, but putting work. We in the lab. We've been working, and honestly, for us, it's championship or bust. That's what it is.
Then they meet, man.
It's what it is. 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 1A, Class B. They don't have a football team. We got the mindset that, hey, bring us to some grass, because we have unfinished business. We've been to the state championship game in the last 10 years 3 times. Just in the last decade, we've been 3 times, and we come up empty-handed.
Right.
So, it's not even about everybody else. It's about us.
It's about us.
So when you have, and I think with our kids, when the people start telling you how good that you are, you kind of start believing the hype. You know what I mean? And you don't work as hard. You know, you don't grind as hard. So our kids understand, regardless of where I could go, to school, this is my last chance to put on this purple and gold. Yep. This is my last chance to right the ship. We be very honest with our kids. They are very honest with us. I had Mr. Hardy, just to give you an idea about Devontae Lee. The other day I had a meeting with the defensive backs, and I'm like, guys, show up a little early to put some work in. This guy's a receiver. He does a little bit at defensive back, but guess who's the first person to show up? Devontae Lee. There's a guy by the name of Kyle Maxwell. A lot of people don't know who he is. When I tell you he's sweet, he's going to do whatever. And the beautiful thing is these guys want to do whatever they got to do to make sure they come out victorious. And it's not just the win factor.
Right.
You want to win convincingly. Because to lose at your house, and again, it's no knock to St. Helena.
Right.
But that's personal. That one's personal. You know what I mean? So they have a new coach.
Right.
But some of the same players.
Right.
You know what I mean? They have their O-line, D-line, those guys coming back. So we going to get down and dirty, and we going to do what we got to do. We got a situation now, all these receivers that we have, it's real easy to say, well, let's just throw it up. No, if you don't block, you don't get the rock. So that's where we at with it.
Coach Hen.
I think what it is, what really happened, just like football for the state of Louisiana as a whole, when we was in school, 5A was the cream of the crop, and rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Evangel was Evangel. Yeah. West Monroe was West Monroe. Higgins was in that number. Eric was in that number. West Jeff was in that. You talking about 3 prominent schools in the same district.
Yeah.
Getting respect around the state. Baton Rouge Catholic. Assumption, East Ascension. Harnville.
Harnville.
We was just, 5A was 5A. Then when you thought about 4A, it was like, well, Carr's there. But they won't win. Well, Curtis is there.
That was the main one. Curtis was the main
Curtis
one.
there.
Curtis and Carvel.
You couldn't beat Curtis. No matter what, even if you were better, you couldn't beat Curtis. For unforeseen, for foreseen situation, you know what it was.
I think, and Carvel was in 4A?
Carvel was 3A.
Carvel was 3A, okay.
Carvel was 3A at the time. When we was in school, Carvel was 3A. St. Aug was 5A.
Yeah, St. Aug was 5A,
You got Rummel.
Rummel was 3A.
Rummel was 5, wasn't it?
No.
What about Jesuit?
Jesuit was 5.
Jesuit was 5A.
Jesuit just saw.
That's back when I'm a little older than you guys.
Yeah. 3A, Lutcher. I think Lutcher's always been.
Yeah, Lutcher,
Lutcher, St. Charles, Catholic, St. James,
what about
Riverside. Brother Martin was 5A.
5A.
East St. John was 5A.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, all the powerhouses was there.
5A.
1A, school right up the road from us. Kentwood. You know about Kentwood?
East St. John.
East St.
Yeah, Oak Grove. That was wherever they from. I have no idea where they from.
Right by the Arkansas border.
Gotcha.
Haynesville.
Yeah.
Haynesville.
The main one I thought was Kentwood. Kentwood, like Kentwood.
Right. Like that's it. So but now it's like I think Katrina and the storms have shifted the population, all that stuff. So so schools that was 5A, like Neville was 5A. When I was in high school, Neville, so we was in high school because they had
Acadiana.
They had 5A.
5A.
Because they had Robert Lane, like number one quarterback in the nation. So it fluttered. But when you think of Louisiana football now, I just got to, just tip the hat to be real with it. The cream of the crop is called first. What they've done, 120 kids, next level, in the same spot, back-to-back state championship.
Can I do something real quick?
Yeah.
For all you car people, 1999, amen. Y'all remember that? Just,
That was the first time I saw it.
Remember that.
Shots.
Remember that.
Taking shots.
Senior year, baby. Remember
Taking
that.
shots.
Remember that.
Taking shots.
If you don't remember, if you try to put it away, it was 41-7. All right.
Oh!
for the state championship.
Yeah, that's all.
I got sent into some car people.
That's all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta put that on Twitter.
And I guess the reason why I give like a little shout out to them because I played against these guys.
Right.
These guys started with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We you know what I'm saying? We all started coaching at the same time. I'm just super proud with it. And I guess the reason why I give it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not just tooting our horn, but we there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you there.
The Nevilles are there.
Yeah.
Kentwood is there. With Coach Foster's done up there since he's taken the reins. It's been phenomenal.
Right.
The West St. John, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So here's my question to you guys. You guys coach high school ball. What are some of the things y'all guys are looking forward to this upcoming high school year? What are some of the trends y'all think y'all gonna be seeing this upcoming high school football year? What's some of the things that y'all don't want to see this high school football year?
To be honest, I'm
upcoming high school year.
Man.
What are some of the trends y'all think y'all gonna be seeing this
That's just
upcoming
me.
high school football year? What's some of the things that y'all don't want to see?
I'm
this high
done
school
with the
football year?
spreadsheet, but what I'm most excited about is
high school year.
What
What's some of the trends y'all think y'all
real
gonna be seeing
football?
this
That's just
upcoming
me.
high school football year?
Either side, when you watching the game, me Coach Gordon have both sides. We just went to Port St. Louis when they went.
What's some of the trends y'all think y'all gonna be seeing?
That's just me. Either side, when you watching the game, because I think that both sides. We just went to Port St. Louis don't know how to be.
What's some of the trends y'all think y'all gonna be seeing?
That's just me. Either side, when you watching the game, because I think that both sides. That Port St. Louis don't got hard. That's just me. With their parents and stuff, all that goes away when you put that helmet, shoulder pad on. You know what I'm saying? When you break it down together, you know what I'm saying? Don't none of that matter.
None matters.
Because you know what I'm saying? It's all about what it say on that chest. What it say on the chest. And when y'all see it, when you celebrate as one, that to me that what I don't none of that matter. Because you know what I'm saying? It's all about what it say on that chest.
When you,
what it say
even
on the
if,
chest.
let's
When
say
y'all
it
see
is the way
when
we
you
want
celebrate
it
as one, that to me
well,
that what I don't
that's
none of that
validation.
matter.
Are you
Because you know what I'm saying?
journey,
It's all about
man,
what it say on that chest.
Trying to do it all
What it say
over.
on
Even
the
if,
chest.
let's
When
say
y'all
it's
see
big
when
to
you
have
celebrate as one, that to
the
me
kids
that what
that
I
you blessed
don't
to have
none of that
nowadays,
matter.
you know, I'm
Because
enjoying
you know what I'm saying?
the journey.
It's all about
Don't
what
be
it
so
say on that
stressed out
chest.
behind trying to do it all
What
over.
we on
Even if,
that
let's say
y'all
it's
see
big to have
celebrate as
like
one, that
just
to
the
me
kids
that what
that
I
you blessed to
don't
have
none of that
nowadays,
matter.
I'm enjoying being,
It's all about
being so
what it say
stressed
on
out
that
behind
chest.
enjoy what we on it. Let's say
Y'all
it's
see
big to
celebrate
have
as one,
first
that to
round.
me that what I don't none of that matter.
I'm enjoying being,
It's all about what it say on that chest.
enjoy what we understand.
Y'all see celebrate as one, that to me that what I don't none of that matter.
Want to enjoy being, even if you
It's all about what it say on that
you
chest.
gotta enjoy what we understand.
Y'all see celebrate as one, that to me that what I don't none of that matter.
Want to enjoy being,
It's all about what it say on that chest.
enjoy what we understand.
Y'all see celebrate as one, that to me that what I don't none of that matter.
Want to enjoy being,
It's all about what it say on that chest.
enjoy what we understand.
Y'all see celebrate as one, that to me that what I don't none of that matter.
Want to enjoy being,
It's all about what it say on that chest.
enjoy what we understand.
Y'all see celebrate as one, that to me that what I don't none of that matter.
Want to enjoy being,
It's all about what it say on that chest.
enjoy what we understand.
Y'all see celebrate as one, that to me that what I don't none of that matter.
Want to enjoy being,
It's all about what it say on that chest.
Yes, sir. You know, so, you know, we have Kentwood. You brought up Kentwood. You know, that's right down the street. Those are cousins and best friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's Trey Palmer and Devontae Lee, who's been taking visits together this summer. Those are guys that, you know, they hang out. Well, now, Trey Palmer, you got to line up across from Devontae. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no brother-in-law right here. Let's get it. Let's get it. You know, the next week you have, you know, Ishmael Sopshire, Cardell Thomas. You know, let's get it. You know what I mean? You're gonna have at least 4 of the top players in the state of Louisiana right there in a meet. You know, so if you want to come see some great Louisiana football, high school football, that's where you need to be. You know what I mean? Because that's where those coaches are gonna be.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
And hopefully I can get you down there.
Boy, ain't no me to build. I take
My
off.
man.
I take off.
My
boy.
man.
Ain't no me to. Hey, the day. Mark the day down. Ain't nothing wrong with that, boy.
But I'm just excited about the journey, brother.
I'm excited about this high school. I'm excited about football. To me, it's the greatest team sport that's ever been assembled, and I'm excited about it because guess what? These next 4 months, that's all we got, baby.
Right.
Tell it right.
That's all we got, baby. That's all we got. We got that football. We got that gridiron, baby. That gridiron game, baby. That's all we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Get it in. From the high school level to the collegiate level to the pro level. Got to get it in, baby.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to be here all season long.
Yeah.
I might not be here because we might play on Thursday.
You might play on Thursday.
So I got to think.
I'm going to be here, baby.
But look.
Talking shit.
Hey,
and I might not be here again, but gee, I try to hold it down for you, baby.
And, look, man, and the producer, he giving us the sign.
The sign.
Look, I just got to give a special, the one thing about coaching and being on the staff, you most of the time, y'all are not from the same place. You don't come together. You know what I'm saying? So you got to come together, learn each other, just like you learn a kid. Coach Gordon, like we talked a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's always like once you see all about the kid, you know what I'm saying, he allowed me to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? We bounce stuff off each other. We talk a lot, you know what I'm saying? We actually become brothers. I can't speak for my point, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
We become brothers. We push each other on and off the field to better ourselves in life and and as coaches. You know what I'm saying? So I'm extremely proud, extremely happy and glad that you accepted the invitation to come on.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy.
And also, man, y'all need to for those in the Tangipahoa Hole area, and look, even down here, you go to Christopher Gordon page on Facebook. That's his name. Traditional spelling, Christopher Gordon.
I'm going to get you.
Look, man, add a friend. Or Mr. Horace Martin, who's back there with the producers now. They do a show called Real Talk with Martin and Gordon.
Yes, sir.
Very, very powerful, very inspiring. They do a variety of things from sports to just relationship advice, to just real honest talk about what's going on in the community and how to help the community be better. So y'all make sure y'all get a check out, and they come on every Sunday. What time y'all come on, Coach?
5 o'clock.
Sunday at 5, baby.
You know you got that going on. The Saints over.
The Saints will be Saints be done.
Saints over.
They come on
they
5 o'clock.
They got the West Coast games on. If you ain't a Seattle fan, you ain't a Rams fan. Stop.
You know what I'm
Watch
saying?
the show.
But get them a check out, man. They real good people, man. Real good people.
Listen.
Thank you.
No problem, baby. I gotta check you out, man. Like they did, like they do.
Traditional.
Got it. Well, listen, guys, that's our show. Listen, thank y'all for tuning in again. This is FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports, and New Orleans Talk Network. Listen, you know how we come in each and every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Next week, we going back into the defensive side of the ball.
Safeties, baby.
Safeties.
Gotta get them alley fillers.
Top 5 safeties in the game next week. And also, we'll be updating y'all about more sports that's going on through the week. And trust me, like the page, like FanView Live, go to Twitter, FanView NOLA, go to Instagram, FanView Live. Trust me, I always got a video throughout the week.
And
also, always got a video.
We starting our high school stuff. So for any of the high school coaches out there, or anybody like Coach Toe Davis down at LGS TV, that follows the high school sports, and want to talk about some of these players, because we all about exposing these kids, helping these kids get out there, get a better life than we had coming up. So if y'all trying to come on and talk about it, or just anything, look,
send us a message. Send us a message.
Go to our individual page, send us a message. Let's get this thing happen, because we can only grow together.
That's facts. And trust me, we done had a lot of kids come on this show, from commit to, talking about their high school experiences. I'm talking about this is our opportunity for us to get these kids the exposure they're talking about and looking at their need for you. So if y'all think y'all got a promising kid out there, man, listen, send us a message on FanView Live, especially down here in Louisiana, man. Send us a message, and we'll definitely make that happen. Trust me. That's what we're trying to do.
Yes,
Listen, that's our show, guys. I'm Abdul. Tell me we got to wrap up. Listen, y'all have a great night. Again, each and every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m., FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports. Y'all have a great, and it's your boy, Fred.
Coach Hurricane here.
My man, Coach Gordon.
Coach Gordon.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't tune in, I'm going to pull you by your neck.
Yeah, baby. Oh, Lord.
See y'all next Thursday.
See y'all next Thursday, baby. You're stupid. They still on that Marley, huh?
I'll pull you by your
neck. That new Marley, though. Y'all got to see the new stand-up walking shit. Y'all never saw it?
The one that's on Netflix.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Y'all know how it's going down. Skip, chicken and watermelon on New Orleans Talk Network. Boom. Let's go.
Holla at you, man, and act with us. And we're going to make this thing on the top of New Orleans Talk Network. With real fans talk about real sports. And not only sports, it's everyday activity and life, man.
Yo, what's up? It's Pooga Williams. 2017 Mr. Football. You are now tuned into FanView Live